Bennett. KJ Wright will be joining us later in tonight's broadcast. That's your warning for all of you who know. And all of us had a chance to chat with defensive coordinator Clint Hurt this week, Mike Robb, and we loved an analogy that he made when he said, pass rush is like pitching. And if you've got a bunch of different guys with a bunch of different styles and pitching angles and all that, you can make things really difficult on an opponent when it comes to getting comfortable.
He's absolutely right, Kate. He also said there's no smoke breaks for tackles this year. He needs to put that on a T-shirt.
That is a T-shirt.
He was full of one-liners. But if you look at Uchenna Nwosu, a guy that's newly paid, a guy that's a skilled pass rusher, you got Bouye Mafe, who Pete Carroll said earlier this training camp that he's been the most improved player on the defense. Both of these guys have a plethora of pass rush moves. I can't wait to see them put it on display today.
And I love that word, so I'm going to steal it from you. Speaking of plethoras,
yeah.
I don't know if there's... Anyway, but we've got a plethora of defensive backs and guys in the secondary as well.
Yeah, you see that guy right there, Kobe Bryant. He's one of my favorite defensive backs on this team. Very versatile. He was the starting nickel back last year. They moved him to safety to get him a little bit more of experience so that he can match up with some of the high-powered offenses of the NFC. This guy is legit. He's also back there with Julian Love, free agent signing out of the New York Giants last season. This guy is a communicator, he's a sure tackler, and he understands how to set guys in the right position so that they can make plays.
I think he might have gotten a fresh cut too, because we saw Julian yesterday.
He did. He does have a fresh cut.
I feel like the hair was a little bit longer yesterday.
See, that's what happens. You know, we go to the hotel, we get our pregame meal, we want to look pretty for the game. You know how it goes.
Well, Dallas won the toss and decided to defer. So Seattle starting with the football tonight. Brandon Aubrey to kick things off. DJ Dallas back deep for your Seattle Seahawks. Knocked off the Minnesota Vikings in week 1 by a final score of 24-13. Cowboys fell to the Jags last week. And we are underway, week 2 here at Lumen Field. That one's gonna go out of the back of the end zone. So Geno Smith, first drive of this 2023 preseason. So good to see number 7 out there, and Zach Charbonnet is going to be the running back getting the starts here tonight.
Absolutely, Geno Smith. I mean, what a journey we've seen this guy go through. Everybody remembers when he was with the New York Jets and he had some issues there, backed up Russell Wilson here with the Seattle Seahawks, and now he's getting his opportunity to be the starter. Kate, this guy has been on fire. He's completed almost every single pass he's thrown during training camp. Can't wait to see him today.
Handing off to Zach Charbonnet on the first play from scrimmage. Charbonnet breaking through a couple of tackles, gain of about 1 on the carry.
And again, that's something that we talk about, getting this offensive line together, making sure that they build up in the run game and reestablish the line of scrimmage. They're going a little tempo right here.
I like it, as you heard from KJ in the pregame. Defense started with a blitz on their first play from scrimmage. Great look from Geno to Will Dissly, his tight end, and that's going to be good, maybe for a Seahawks first down. We'll see where they spot the football. Okay, just short of it.
Look at that pocket right there. You just see Geno just working through his progressions. This is a 3-step drop. He works the right side, wait on the second window for the slant, hits Will Dissly, and gets close to a first down.
Yeah, and Geno just going over right guard for that first down, and he picks it up. So a little bit of everything. We're handing the ball off, we're throwing it, we're sneaking it. Liking what we're seeing so far.
Definitely liking what you're seeing, and they did it with a little bit of tempo. It's one of the things when you talk to Geno Smith throughout the week, he understands the nuances of this offense, and he understands how to get the guys in and out of the huddle and how to, go that kind of not hurry up, not 2-minute offense, but kind of like that mush huddle. You stand at the line of scrimmage, you catch the defense off guard.
Rookie Jackson Smith in Jigba, trotting over to the left side of the line, getting the start at wideout again tonight. Another handoff to Charbonnet. He is tied up behind the line of scrimmage. He'll be lucky if he got back to it. Sam Williams on the tackle for Dallas.
Again, just the left side of that offensive line behind Big Charles Cross and those guys off to the left. Just couldn't get up to the second level to provide a lane for Zach Charbonnet to get through that inside zone play.
Now here's something too. Tyler Lockett's getting his first appearance of the preseason. Bottom of your
Tyler
screen.
right there.
Yep, look at you, look at you.
Yeah, man.
You got a telestrator this week, and right to him it goes. Lockett with a catch on the sideline.
That's pretty dope, man. See, the minute we talk about Tyler Lockett, we circle him on the new telly, right? And then he gets the football, but what a joy to see Tyler Lockett continue to just make plays every single year. You look at his feet right here, one of the best in the National Football League. Oh, did he get that right foot down?
I mean, snap that football.
I don't know.
Snap that football, Gino.
I want to hurry up.
Seahawks were empty momentarily. Charbonnet trotting back to Gino's right hip. And a flag thrown on the Seahawks sideline.
I think Noah Fant just went just a little early.
Ball start, number 87, offense. 5-yard penalty, 3rd down.
You called it.
You know, sometimes tight ends, they're so used to being in line, being next to that tackle, right? When they're extended a little bit, they like, oh, I got this route, and they get a little jumpy.
Fullbacks never do that, though, right?
Well,
just tight ends?
Yeah, I plead the fifth on that one. Yes, I will say that.
All right, so it was 3rd and short. Now backs up to 3rd and 8, but again, another reason to love seeing starters in the preseason. Stuff like this happens in the regular season all the time. DJ Dallas, the running back. Gino fires over the middle, off the hands of Derek Young, and it's going to fall incomplete. So good look. Hit your receiver in the hands. Derek just couldn't hang on.
Yeah, you would hope that Derek would come down with this play. A little 3-by-1 action here. Trips to the left, single receiver to the right. Gino saw the one-on-one. Just couldn't get the ball in there to Derek Young right there. Glad that one wasn't intercepted.
Yeah.
Usually when the ball gets tipped high and across the middle, defensive backs come down with it.
Good work by the rookie, Eric Scott Jr. Was the defender shadowing Derek Young. Michael Dixon to punt for Seattle.
That punt, wow.
Turpin calling for the fair catch inside the 10-yard line, and you called it, Michael Dixon. Great punt once again for the Seahawks. Well, stay tuned for a Seahawks profile featuring that guy right there, Julian Love. Brought to you by the Muckleshoot Indian Tribe. First look at your Seahawks defense here in week 2 against the Cowboys. And Mike Robb, we like what we're seeing. A lot of starters out there, including that guy right there, Boye Mafe.
Boye Mafe, Pete Carroll called him the most improved player across the entire defense. Not only does he do a great job of rushing the passer, but he's been playing the run well as well. Like I've been talking to Mike Bennett. He was up here a couple of weeks ago helping out coaching, and he's like, Mike Robb, that kid Mafe,
yeah,
he is completely changing the line of scrimmage, holding the point at the attack, and being a playmaker in the run game. That's what this defense needs if it wants to improve on that 30th ranked rush defense from a season ago.
Second-year player out of Minnesota, 3 tackles and a quarterback hurry last week. Cooper Rush and Rico Dowdle going to be the starters when it comes to quarterback and running back for the Cowboys. And we know Cooper Rush, kind of like Nick Mullins, who we saw for the Vikings last week. He started. I mean, he's 5-1 as a starter for the Dallas Cowboys. 12s are into it already. Here we go. First defensive series for your Seahawks. A handoff and a big hole up the middle. Julian Love making his first hit as a Seahawk. Number 20 running into him. Kobe Bryant there as well, but that's going to be very close to the first down marker.
Yeah, that was a good run by the Dallas Cowboys right there, but what all of our Seahawk fans see right there is Julian Love, your first shot at him making tackles in this defensive backfield, and that's what you like to see. Obviously, you don't want the first contact to be with the safety 8 to 10 yards down the football field, but what you saw right there was once Julian Love gets his hands on you, it's hard to get away and break the tackle of that young man right there.
Captain of the Giants defense last year, coming over to Seattle in the offseason. Pete Carroll and this entire team happy to have him. Very short half-yard to gain or so, and the Cowboys get it, so that'll move the sticks for Dallas. Patrick O'Connell, one of the linebackers, getting the start tonight for Pete Carroll and the Seahawks. Number 57 in there on the tackle. There's Coach Pete.
There's Pete right there, full of juice. This guy is always energetic. I remember when my wife, the first time she met Pete Carroll, she had to pull me aside and say, hey, Mike, is he always like this? Like, really, is this a game? Is this a show? No, it's not a show.
Nope.
Pete Carroll loves to inject energy. Any atmosphere he's in, you can definitely see it across this entire team.
First down, Rush fakes the handoff. Good penetration by Boye Mafe. forcing that bad pass from Cooper Rush.
Great job by Boyer right there. As you can see, he took the proper angle so that the quarterback couldn't get around him. You're going to see him just, again, hit the tight end. And, again, that angle and the ability to continue to go after the quarterback and provide pressure while he's shutting down everything underneath. Just a great play by Boyer Mafe.
Rush goes empty for Dallas. Second and 10 to go. Quick pass to the left side and a good hit. Trey Brown, number 22, knocking down the running back for the Cowboys, Rico Dowdle.
And again, we heard earlier KJ Wright talk about earlier in the pregame show how Clint Hurt is trying to be so more aggressive this year. You see Trey Brown right there on that tackle. Great hawk tackle, wrap tackle right there. But you also saw Kobe Bryant with the nickel pressure. Again, this defense is trying to put on tape that they're going to be more aggressive this season.
Gain of just 3. 3rd and long for Dallas. Rush launching down the right sideline. Got a man, and he comes back shoulder. Great catch by Jalen Tolbert.
It's a great catch by Jalen Tolbert right there. It is a penalty on the play. Looks like from just the way that the players are reacting, it might be against Michael Jackson, number 30, there on the coverage.
Pass interference, number 30, defense. The penalty is declined. The play resulted in a first down.
And again, you just see Mike Jackson right here at the top of your screen. Just get a little handsy with the receiver. This ball hung up in the air for a while, and that's tough for a defensive back when the ball is hanging. You don't exactly know where it's at. You have your back to the quarterback. It's a great pass by Cooper Rush.
Gain of 36 on the play, and just like that, Cowboys into Seahawks territory. Go back to the ground game, gets around the left side of the line, and Rico Dowdle. Another good first down pickup for the visitors.
And again, you're seeing this defensive line for the Seattle Seahawks. Again, there's some leakage going on in there. There's some holes being opened up in the middle of this defense, as you can see right there. The defense rallied and make the play down the field.
Well, and this is what we saw last week, Mike. A little bit kind of sketchy when it came to the tackling in the first quarter. Completely different team the next 3 quarters.
Absolutely. Takes them a while to get warmed up, Kate.
Haven't been able to hit as much as they want, right?
Exactly.
In training camp. Rush looking to his left, wobbly pass, might have been hit as he threw. Jaron Reed was there, Trey Brown in coverage, and a flag on the field. And the Seahawks are saying, pick that one up. That was tipped at the line. Yeah,
they're going to call pass interference here on Trey Brown, but the ball was tipped. Now the referees have to determine whether the contact was before the ball being tipped or afterwards.
There is no foul for pass interference. The pass was deflected at the line of scrimmage. It's 3rd down.
That's what we like to hear, Mike Robb. That's what we like to hear.
Love to see it.
Look who it is, Boyer.
There's Boyer again, just continuing to put pressure on the quarterback. You see Bobby, he's like, oh no, that's tipped. I know the rules. That was tipped. It's a big-time play by Boyer Mafe.
Let's see if the Seahawks defense can get off the field here. Another big 3rd down in this first quarter. Pass rush coming. Jaron Reed gets to him and takes him down. Welcome back to Seattle, big man.
Dance, young man, dance. I actually was just in the steam room with Jaron just a couple of days ago, and he was talking about how, like, Mike, I cannot wait to get my pass rush on. I cannot wait to show everybody what they've been missing the last couple of years. As you can see, Jaron Reed get in there for the sack. He's going to be a huge part of this rush defense. He's going to be a huge part of this pass defense as well, and we like to see him dancing like that after the play.
Heck yeah, we do. Didn't expect to get a steam room mention into the broadcast, but here we are, and it's only the first quarter. Michael Bennett's not even up here yet.
Right.
It's Smith and Jigba back way deep, so the Seahawks will start inside of their own 5-yard line. This is what we like to see. We like to see big number 90 getting to the quarterback here in Seattle. Seahawks football when we come back. Seahawks football is presented by Washington's Lottery. Washington's Lottery has your ticket to the 90s with Seahawks Scratch. you could win $50,000 or meet Seahawks legend Michael Bennett. So play today. Scoreless, 8:02 to go in the first quarter here at Lumen Field. Just before we stepped away, that guy, Jared Reed, so happy to have him back. His second stint with the Seahawks. Big sack on third down, forcing the Cowboys to punt. So Geno Smith, his second series of this preseason, and going out to Zach Charbonnet, one of the rookie draftees who he might have been taken down by his face mask.
Just a little bit right there.
Right? It wasn't just me?
No, it wasn't just you.
Okay.
It looked like we also have a Dallas player down.
And that might have been the guy who was making the tackle as we take a look at the passing yards leaders in the NFL last season. Geno on the list with a lot of great guys who have been in the league for a long time. All right, there is, in fact, an injured Cowboy, so we will step away momentarily. So looking for our first points, 7:50 to go in the first quarter. We're back, and so are the 90s. The 90s are back, and that means the Seahawks throwback jerseys are too. Shop the newest retro collection at the Seahawks Pro Shop at Renton Landing and Lumen Field or online right now. Those folks already have. Seahawks.com is the website.
Kate, those throwbacks
Yeah?
are off the chain. I saw them in the locker room. They're awesome. I wanted one so bad.
I know you and Michael Bennett, who's going to be joining us again in just a bit because we all had so much fun in week one. Mike B joining us in just a few minutes. Geno
Good
out
job.
of the end zone. Bobo, big catch. Jake Bobo had it. Did he lose it? Did he hold on to it? I think he held on. Jake Bobo making big time plays for a second straight week.
Jake Bobo with the big catch. Big play Bobo. That's what we have to start calling him. What a great route. Great play design by Shane Waldron. You see him, he's on the outside right here, and you're just going to see him do a double move, a little sluggo route. Cornerback bit. He did a great job of staying outside away from the safety. Geno put it right on him. Great play.
28-yard hookup out of their own end zone from
Good
Smith
cut.
to Bobo.
This
Zach
might be crib call.
Charbonnet off to the
Crib call.
races and stays in bounds. No, he steps out inside the 30. But how about you, rookie out of UCLA, Zach Charbonnet?
Yeah, he wearing that 2-6 cake, so you know I got excited about that. You see Zach Charbonnet, just this is a weak side run right here. And again, he stays on track. He stays in the crease. There's the crease right there. And goodbye, you see Zach Charbonnet in the secondary. And you really don't want, as a defensive back, you don't want to see that guy right there. He is a hit stick waiting to happen. He tried to stay in bounds. Big time run by Zach Charbonnet.
28 for Bobo on the previous play, 29 on that run from Charbonnet. Not too shabby. Back-to-back plays from your rookies here in Seattle. DJ Dallas in to give Charbonnet a minute or two to catch his breath.
And that's,
wow, what a run by that guy.
And that's what happens. All of these guys are in great shape. You see Kenneth Walker right there being excited for him, right? They know those guys are going to carry a lot of the load during the season. But Zach Charbonnet in great shape, right? But at the end of the day, when you have a big-time run, it's one of your first NFL games, you can be out of breath just a little bit.
Just for a couple of plays,
just
right?
Just for a couple of plays.
Hopefully we'll get to see him again on this drive.
Absolutely.
2nd and 9 from the Cowboys, 37.
Good play.
Yeah, good block. And Geno connecting with Jackson Smith-Njigba. First catch for the rookie out of Ohio State tonight. And a great block. You called it out. We saw DJ Dallas.
DJ Dallas, this guy is so important. Watch how he cuts the end man on the line of scrimmage. And what that does is it gives Geno the right angle and the throwing lane to make that tight window throw right there. That is textbook at cutting the edge.
DJ was split out wide left, coming back to Geno's left hip. 5 minutes to go in the first. And Geno's going to get taken down. Sam Williams had first big hit earlier in tonight's contest, and another for the second-year player out of Mississippi.
Yeah, that was a big-time rush by Sam Williams right there. I know Charles Cross he's looking at the playboard right now like, man, how did he get his hands on my quarterback? But at the end of the day, you would like to come away with 7 points if you're the Seattle Seahawks. But if you're Pete Carroll, Shane Waldron, and the rest of the offensive staff, you got to be excited about what you saw from your young players on that drive.
So Jason Myers going to try this one. It'll be a 57-yard field goal. Myers has the leg, and he got it! 57 yards for Jason Myers, who was perfect from 50 last season.
That was awesome.
Not a bad way to get on the scoreboard here in week 2 of the preseason. From 57 yards away, 3-0 Hawks. Welcome back to Lumen Field. What a drive by your Hawks. 7 plays, 58 yards, including a 28-yard hookup between Gino and Bobo, and a 29-yard scamper from Zach Charbonnet. We were so excited about Zach that we didn't realize that Charbonnet was tackled by Sheldrick Redwine.
Redwine, yes.
Chardonnay, Charbonnet.
Redwine.
Oh my goodness.
Yeah, there's so many jokes there that I'm gonna leave it alone.
We're just gonna leave that alone. This is Deuce Vaughn bringing it out of the end zone. A rookie out of Kansas State who Dallas is really excited about, reminding a lot of folks of another K-State product, Darren Sproles.
Yeah, it really does. The kid is very versatile. He was one of my top backs in the last year's draft. A guy, he understands how to block and catch the ball out of the backfield. And he showed last week in the week 1 of the preseason that he can also make people miss at a high clip and get north and south.
Deuce was good for 50 yards on 8 carries. Also caught 3 balls for the Cowboys. Had a 40-yard touchdown run. So folks got excited about him. Hawks fans are excited following that 57-yard field goal. See what their defense can do. Almost got a hand to it again. Mafe was in space. Kavontae Turpin on the reception for Dallas.
Yeah, Kavontae Turpin, he's the guy that was the USFL MVP a couple of years ago.
I believe I heard you on some of those calls,
yeah,
right?
Yeah, you know I do some of those games, gotta remember them. But you look at right here, you see Boye Mafe getting up there, he almost tipped it. There
right
he is.
between his hands.
Right through his hands, Kate. Kid's already having a big game.
Patrick O'Connell there on the tackle. Cooper Rush, the quarterback right now for Dallas. Dak Prescott not playing for the 2nd straight week for the Cowboys. Play action, batted down. Boye Mafe did not miss that time.
Boye Mafe, what did you have in your Wheaties this morning, brother? You are on one. This first step, here he is on the right side of your screen. Watch the violent hands, watch the energy and activity, and just watch how he gets all in Cooper Rush's space right there. Dude's doing a great job affecting the quarterback early in this game.
Nothing that Matt Waletzko could do for Dallas. 3rd and 4 coming up for Cowboys. Pressure coming again. Rush finds his man and a first down for Dallas. Jalen Tolbert once again. 2nd big catch from Rush to Tolbert.
Yeah, you got Michael Jackson right there on the coverage. He understood that a blitz was coming, so he's one-on-one. I just got to hang with him just a second. Gave up a step inside, allowed for the big completion. But I love Michael Jackson. I'm sorry, he's one of my favorite defensive backs just simply because he's self-made. People gets drafted every single year, and he continues to show up and show out.
14-yard hookup on that pass. And this time looking for his tight end was Cooper Rush. Peyton Hendershot, one of a number of tight ends trying to make this 53-man for the visitors.
Yeah, and if the Dallas Cowboys want to do what they say they want to do and run the football and establish the line of scrimmage, they're going to need multiple tight ends to be able to block the edges so these running backs like Deuce Vaughn can get loose.
Davis, the running back, behind Rush. Just a couple yards shy of midfield. And a handoff to Davis, spins out of one tackle, and then Devin Bush let him have it. Picked up the first down on that carry, but Bush and Patrick O'Connell there for the Seahawks defense.
Yeah, you talk about Devin Bush. He was a guy, first-round pick of the Pittsburgh Steelers a few years ago. Things didn't work out in Pittsburgh. Had an opportunity to come play alongside a future Hall of Famer and Bobby Wagner. I mean, who would pass up that opportunity to make some money playing alongside a Bobby Wagner, one of the top defenses in all of football? can't wait to see what this guy looks like this season with his second chance.
Yeah, had a big hit last week. 6 tackles, 5 of them solo, a TFL as well. And there's Miles Adams doing work, number 95 in Seahawks blue.
That's a great play by Miles Adams right there. Oftentimes when the ball goes away from you, defensive linemen, they tend to chase and not stay in their gap. You see Miles right there staying in his gap and not just getting hands on the running back, but making a sure tackle and bringing him down to the ground.
Arlington, Texas native, played his high school ball at Mansfield Summit. Didn't want to ask him what team he grew up rooting for.
No.
Just
not this week.
Let that one lie. As we approach the 1-minute mark in the first quarter, Patrick O'Connell there again. Cowboys take it down to the 40-yard line of Seattle.
Patrick O'Connell, this guy's like on every single tackle. You can almost pencil him in for every tackle that's being made. But again, you see Clint Hurt, the defensive coordinator for the Seattle Seahawks, sending some pressure, trying to dictate, trying to, force the Dallas Cowboys to run where the Seattle Seahawks want them to run.
Rookie out of Montana. Patrick grew up a Seahawks fan. See what the Hawks can do here on 3rd and 4. Derek Hall coming on the backside, and that pass bounced. Good work by the Seahawks, causing just enough pressure. They're going to say he caught it. Come on. That one bounced, didn't it?
Caught that. It looked like it bounced to me. We got to get a replay of that, but there's that man, Derek Hall, again. Let's see if it hit the ground. Let's see what happens here. Do we see any rubber pellets? Oh, that might be a catch.
Okay.
That might be a catch.
Okay. The challenge flag is out, though.
Yeah, it's preseason. You know Pete gonna make sure the refs and the entire system works, Always competing. That's his mantra.
All right. Well, let's see the referee, Alan Eck, talking things over with Pete.
Seattle is challenging the ruling on the field of the completed pass.
I like it.
Yeah, I do too. I do too.
And now a few words from our friends at the NFL.
Preseason. Incredible. Rookie debuts and a first look at every team.
Caught by Kelsey. Touchdown.
Never miss a play with NFL Plus. Sign up today.
Youth football is all about swag, style, fun. 3 things Peyton has none of.
Something new. You want something fresh. You want something sweet.
What is that?
You're looking for the best. You want something new.
Oh, man, those two. 6 seconds to go in the first quarter. Pete Carroll and the Seahawks challenging what was ruled a complete pass on the field. Jalen Tolbert, the receiver.
It was close. I think it did hit the ground, but the question is whether the receiver had control of the ball when it touched the ground.
Yeah,
I think that's the big question.
Did a pretty good job of it.
Yes, he did. Again, that's Patrick O'Connell around the ball. Again, the guy's been glued to the ball all day.
That's Tolbert going and chatting.
He said, my pinky was down. My pinky was underneath it. It's my pinky.
You guys, you don't need to look at the screen. Just listen to me. Second-year player out of South Alabama. They're really excited about him. He had a great camp for the Cowboys. Had a couple of catches, 29 yards, and a touchdown for them in their Week 1 loss to Jacksonville last week.
Yeah, again, an offense that says they want to run the football, but we've been seeing them throw the football some in Week 1, and saw Dak in pregame spinning it all around. So
switch into, are they calling it the Texas Coast offense?
The Texas Coast.
They don't want to call it West Coast.
Not West Coast, Texas Coast.
Texas. Okay, let's see what
After
Alan
review,
has to say.
the pass hit the ground before the receiver gained control.
That's what I thought. That's what I thought, y'all.
Fourth down.
Great challenge for Pete Carroll.
27 seconds.
Good eyes, Kate. Okay.
I actually was going to say, I'm up here with glasses, so I probably got that wrong. I was jumping to conclusions because, we're a little biased here. It's the Seahawks preseason broadcast.
A little biased. It's all good, but
put some time back on the clock too.
And a great challenge by Coach Carroll, right?
No surprise. That's why he's made the playoffs in 10 of his 13 seasons. And the Cowboys, it is the preseason, going to go for it on 4th down here. So 4th and 4 with 27 seconds to go in the first quarter. You like this, huh?
Yes, I do.
Rush to his man, and he's got a first down. Jalen Brooks, top of your screen, making the reception, moving the sticks for the Cowboys.
First down, Jalen Brooks. Again, great comeback. Again, the Seahawks showed blitz, but they dropped out of there. Cooper Rush, great timing. Seems like the Cowboys are picking on my guy Michael Jackson over there today. They've been throwing at him a little bit.
Well, I expect
This is
him.
the end of the first quarter.
I expect Mike Jack and the Seahawks defense to bounce back.
Yes, that's what
in
he
the
does.
second quarter. All right, 15 gone, week 2 here in Seattle. Jason Myers and that 57-yard field goal, the difference so far. Start of the second quarter here in Seattle. Seahawks leading the Cowboys 3-0. And apologies in advance. This broadcast is about to get wild. Kate's got Michael Robinson, and look who's joining us now. Michael Beck. Welcome back. Welcome back, Mike B.
Don't act like you don't get crazy.
I'm just
I
warning
don't
the
get
folks.
crazy. I just give people what they want. I'm just saying what I see. This is the only thing I know. I don't know.
Why you got on this today? What's up?
This is how I dress, Mike. Why do you giving me something about everything? Everything.
Man, I love
I'm just
you
trying to
so
do my
much,
job.
man.
I just want to do my job. Okay?
That's all you want to do?
Yes.
Okay, Mike B. Okay, man.
I was liking the pleats, so I don't know what Mike Rob is.
See, Kate, no, she knows. She knows fashion.
I don't know what trouble is. The handoff to Rico Daddle, wrapped up and taken to the turf by number 0, Devin Bush. Mike B, good to have you back, and good to have Devin Bush in the defense. Jaron Reed, Boye Mafe, already making some plays tonight.
Oh, it was impressive to watch those guys come off the ball, see Devin Bush make tackles. Last week, I was worried about what we were going to do in the tackling situation, and it
got
turns out pretty
better.
good. It's getting better. It's getting better.
9 missed tackles last week, 7 of them were in the first quarter. So, again, this defense starts a little slow, but as the game going, it gets going.
Rush, wobbly pass, bounces off the hands of his intended target. Jalen Tolbert, incomplete. Third down coming up.
All right, Mike B, you send pressure right now or what? What do you think, man, huh?
I don't know. I wouldn't send any pressure. I want to see what these young guys can do. I'm really want to see what Miles Adams can play, because he's a guy that's being overlooked right now.
He was right there.
And,
just almost got
we got Mike Morris and these young guys getting hurt. I think he's a guy that's going to really benefit from showing this team what he can really do as a pass rusher.
12th play of this Cowboys drive coming up. Still looking for their first points tonight. Blitz coming off the edge, picked up. Rush finds his man, complete. And that's good for a Cowboys first down. Cavante Turpin. Well, we said this about Nick Mullins last week. Cooper Rush has starting experience in the NFL, and it's in plays like that where it shows up.
That's the difference. When you have your backup quarterback who has real game experience, to me, in the preseason, Mike, that's been the difference with a lot of these games, especially as the games go late into the game.
Yeah, I think that's one of the things. When you have this backup quarterback who's able to make the plays, as a second-string defense, it puts a lot of strain on them. It's like they're not used to seeing guys make those type of throws, those type of checks. They're used to thinking that they're just going to play basic football. But with Cooper Rush, you get an opportunity to run your real offense.
Speaking of running, good work as the Cowboys hand off to Daddle, and Boye Mafe there again. He's been the star this first half for the Seahawks defense thus far.
What y'all been giving Boye, man?
I told you.
Dude is off the chain.
Raw meat.
Stop it, Mike.
I feed him.
Okay, I shot you a text right after you said it.
Tuna, we're not feeding him tuna tartare no more. Steak tartare. With a dash of lemon.
Another handoff, and there's Boye again. Big 5'3", wrapping up the running back for a second straight play.
See, what I like about this play, honestly, is him bending the edge and keeping that corner tight. A lot of times guys will run up the field and they have a lot of trouble playing the boot. As a defender, you like boot, 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 but you're in the red zone. Get down and make the routine play, and that's what he did. Routine plays are the hardest plays. You know that, Mike.
Yep, the routine plays, and what I love about it is when he made contact with the running back went down, right? He's an aggressive tackler when he gets hands on you.
Third down, 5 to gain for Dallas. Rush. Complete, but guess who? Patrick O'Connell there again. Been calling that linebacker's name a lot as well tonight.
Yeah, he did a great job of protecting the integrity of the defense from plays going across the middle. You saw that, and then he came off to make the tackle there.
And Dallas going hurry up after picking up the first down. So first and goal for the Cowboys. And Jonathan Sutherland, one of the undrafted rookies, wrapping up the Cowboys that time.
That prior play, you saw Levi Bell, though. He had a nice move with the rush, you know what I'm saying? He's a guy that I'm liking right now. Okay. Levi, I call him John Cena because he makes a lot of great plays.
John Cena, why do you call him John Cena? I mean, you got to explain that. Why?
Well, he just looks like John Cena to me. That's my, I don't need a definition.
It might be. It's big number 98. Left side of the Cowboys line, right side of the Seahawks line. 2nd and goal for Dallas. Rush. Left side, and that's going to be good for a Cowboys touchdown. Rico Dowdle in for 6.
Looked like there was a blown coverage right there. Mike B, I don't know what you saw, but the flat coverage just wasn't there. You see Trey Brown and Devin Bush talking up some communication right there.
And see, this is what happens when a guy like Bobby Wagner's not in the game, or a guy who knows coverage. Like, you see, they got trapped right there, and you got to be able to get over. And communication with the second unit is what we need to see more of, to be able to communicate in the red zone. I mean, in the middle of the field, yeah, communication you may bust, but in the red zone, this is the integrity of the whole game, is to keep them out of the end zone.
Absolutely.
Brandon Aubrey, first-year kicker out of Notre Dame, on to attempt the extra points, and it is up and good. So a 6-yard connection between Cooper Rush and Rico Dowdle gives the Cowboys the 7-3 lead, beg your pardon, over the Seahawks. The official mobile app of the Seattle Seahawks is the best way to stay connected with the team all year long. Team news, mobile tickets, in-stadium features, real-time stats, video highlights, and so much more available with just a few taps. Download the Seahawks mobile app from the Apple App Store or Google Play Store. I don't think those two want to know about the fact that Dallas had a pretty good drive before we stepped away, and we'll get to it in just a moment.
No, Kate, they don't want to know about that. Nobody in this
I don't want to tell anybody about it, Mike Rob.
Keep that a secret.
Michael Robinson, Michael Bennett, Kate Scott with you here. Appreciate all of you tuning in to week 2 of the NFL preseason here in 2023. Aubrey kicking off, and DJ Dallas gonna let this one bounce out of the back of the end zone like the previous Cowboys kickoff. 17 plays, guys. Almost 8 minutes off the clock. Wow. 80 yards, and that 6-yard touchdown hookup between Dowdle and Cooper Rush.
That's a drive. 17 plays, Mike?
Oh, 17. You can't even get that at practice. 17 straight plays. Guys is gassed at practice. Imagine being out here in front of the fans. 17 straight plays. That is a lot of plays.
All right, and that's going to be all the plays for Geno Smith, who got the start for the Seahawks tonight. Drew Lock, who started last week, back in, as is Zach Charbonnet. Play action from Lock. Firing caught. Jackson Smith in Jigba, the receiver for your Hawks.
Great catch by Jackson Smith and Jigba right there. It's one of the catches that you wanted to see from him. He's a slot guy. Have a little bootleg action right here. Fake to Charbonnet. But what I love right here, Mike B, is the catch and surviving the hit, right? He knows the hit is coming. He protects the football, gets down, and comes away with a big-time catch.
Yeah, that was nice. That was nice. I don't know if I could have took that hit, honestly.
Oh, see, you're a defensive guy. You want to give hits. You don't want to take no hits.
I was offense for a long time in high school, but, you know, that changed.
He gave it to Dallas on the sweep, and the Cowboys read that one perfectly. Marquise Bell, who had a heck of a week 1 for the Cowboys. 10 tackles last week. Has the tackle for loss there. Loss of 3 on that wrap. That's
some great defense right there to be able to stop the
one-on-one.
One-on-one tackling is the biggest thing, because he misses that tackle. I'm for sure he's getting 10 yards.
You ever get nervous when you one-on-one with a tackle?
Always, because some of these runners defeat, running backs' feet are crazy, especially with these.
They're just better than D lineman feet.
No, they're not. No, they're
yes,
not.
Yes, it is.
No,
I mean, come on. You just got to be real, Mike.
No, I can't be. That's being false.
Stop it.
3rd and 6. Lock avoiding the pressure and throws it behind his intended receiver, Jake Bobo. So that's going to bring up 4th down for Seattle.
And I know that this is probably going to be a punt play, and people are saying, oh, that's just a bad pass by Drew Lock. But Drew was actually protecting his receiver right there. He threw it behind him so that he wouldn't take the big hit.
And a late flag on the far sideline near where Bobo was unable to haul in that pass. Let's see what we got. Mornier Thomas getting a little too excited about that 3rd down stop.
And he didn't even do anything.
He didn't.
And you know what's so bad? I know DQ right now. I was in that
he's
defense.
upset.
He's
Yeah.
upset. That's against the defense. It's like, why would you do that? First of all, you didn't make a big play. You didn't do anything. The quarterback just threw a bad ball, and that was it.
And the drive is now extended. You were once going off the field, and now you're back on to defend.
The kind of stuff to get you cut. That's when you come in and get cut on your off day.
And you guys obviously, when he said DQ, talking about
Dan
Quinn, the defensive coordinator. Now for the Cowboys, who used to be running things here in Seattle. DJ Dallas across midfield into Cowboys territory.
That is reestablishing the line of scrimmage. That is Charles Cross and those guys getting a push front side. And watch this cutback by DJ Dallas. Find the crease, young man. Put your foot in the ground and allow things to get pushed by and find your hole. DJ Dallas, very, very productive player for the Seattle Seahawks.
As a defensive lineman, you hate the stretch play. You hate the stretch plays because you can't really get off the contact.
You can't do nothing.
If you get out your gap, that's what happens.
Yeah, we're going to go right behind it.
Yeah,
I guess
win.
I guess they got good feet. I guess he got good
Thank
feet.
you, Mike B. I appreciate that.
Jackson,
that's six, baby.
Smith
That's
in
six,
Jigba.
baby.
And he's taken down just shy of the goal line. What a play. And that is why this team, these fans, this city are so excited about the rookie out of Ohio State.
Just going to see a little over route right here, but he does a great job of keeping it shallow and then building as he crosses the defense so that the defender didn't have a track on the football. I know Jackson Smith is like, man, I wanted to get in the end zone. Big time catch, even better throw.
48 yards on the hookup between Locke and Smith and Jigba. And then DJ Dallas with the exclamation point. Touchdown, Seahawks.
Ooh, there's nothing worse than getting a penalty and the other team scores.
On the
Oh,
penalty.
my God. You know, Thomas is sitting right there like, I just hope somebody messes up. I hope somebody get an interception. But right now, everybody's looking at you, and for sure your Madden awareness,
It went down.
It's went down by 4.
Look at this play right here. Just DJ Dallas following the double teams. You see the double teams up front. Pick where you want to go. The unblocked defender, you're already in the end zone 6.
This is what I love about the Seahawks right now. That's establishing an identity.
Yes,
of
talk
crucial
about it,
defense.
Mike.
Just smashing a great defense and coming down and running the ball again and running the ball again and running the ball again. This is how you win, and you be able to have play action pass.
There it is.
And you guys mentioned it. Great response. Seahawks give up a touchdown. And the offense comes right back. How about that catch from Jackson Smith and Jigba? Seahawks back in front. Thanks to that guy. The exclamation points on what was a great Seahawks response. DJ Dallas taking it in for 6, giving Seattle back the lead. 10-7 with 8:55 to go in our first half. Week 2 of the NFL preseason. Seahawks victorious over the Minnesota Vikings last week here at Lumen Field. Cowboys falling to the Jacksonville Jaguars in a close one in their week 1.
You know what's so funny, Kate? Dallas scored on Dallas. That's kind of interesting. Dallas scored on Dallas.
That's Michael Bennett, everybody, in case you're just joining us. Michael Bennett, Michael Robinson.
That was
and
actually
Kate
a great
Scott
point,
with
Mike
you.
B.
It was a
It's
great
wrong.
point.
Dallas scored on Dallas.
You know what else is good, guys? 6 plays, 75 yards in that 2.5-minute drive. But Jake Bobo drawing the taunting penalty, which kept the drive alive. And as you guys talked about before we went to break, I mean, that's something you can't do if you're the Cowboys, but Jake Bobo doing a little bit of everything when it comes to the Seahawks.
Jake Bobo.
He got an unofficial stat.
There you go.
Do you get an incentive for that in your contract?
I don't know about that, but you do get a favor from the coach. Let's just say that.
There you go.
Ooh, this is setting the edge right here.
Talk about it.
Mike,
Talk
Mike,
about
show
it.
how I use this machine.
I got
right
you.
here.
I got
use
you.
the machine for me to
Okay.
show me how to do this, man.
Okay, it's all good. You just draw on it, man. Okay, go ahead. Go ahead.
All right.
They're
So
working on the
this-
telestrator. Got to touch the screen,
Okay,
Mike B.
right
There you go.
there.
You
you
gotta
go.
touch it. Okay.
Yeah, you gotta
cool,
touch
okay,
it.
okay,
Don't be
cool,
shy.
cool. Okay. Ooh, look at this way. This is my guy, Bell. Bell sets the edge really nice. On every defense, you have to set the edge. When you have outside linebackers that allow running backs not to go anywhere, that's great run defense. Oh, I spoke too soon.
Yeah, Malik Davis spinning his way almost out to the 45-yard line. A great run by the second-year player out of Florida.
More missed tackles,
But
Mike.
more missed tackles, but as an offensive coordinator, you're thinking we can't get to the edge. We're going to attack the interior. But this goes back to what I was talking to you about before. The Seahawks is missing one thing on defense, a Red Bryant type of player. A big body guy who doesn't really care about making a play. He just wants to push a guy back. Because I believe that's what this defense needs is a guy who can set the edge and be interior. We don't need him to pass rush. We just need him to stop the run.
Will Greer now in a quarterback for Dallas. And a high pass, but pulled in by Jalen Tolbert. Again, he's been the dude so far when it comes to wideouts for Dallas.
Yeah,
Will Greer happy to have him.
Jalen Tolbert must have had a big-time week with the quarterbacks, man. He's getting all the passes from the Dallas Cowboy quarterbacks. But again, good coverage by Trey Brown on the outside, making the short tackle. Just giving a little bit too much space to these wide receivers of the Dallas Cowboys.
Mike McCarthy said Will was going to get a long look tonight. 22 for 31 last week, 199 yards, couple of touchdowns, and an interception. Handing off to Davis once again.
This is a better play, KC. The stretch play, everybody was in that gap on this. When the running back tried to come off the backside, you had the defender going down and chasing, tight to the ball, not playing the boot. This is what secures the defense to not let them to get any more chunk plays. No explosive runs over 20. If you cannot have explosive runs over 20, you're playing a good defense.
That's true. That's true, Mike. You talk about gap control, man. Like, how does a defense, deal with gaps and gap control and things like that and emotions that end up happening?
I mean, it's all about communication. What kind of defense are we playing? Look at this. This is what I'm talking about.
Yeah, Roderick Perry there. Big number 7-3 for your Seahawks.
I like this.
Talk about
Perry.
it, Mike B.
I like Perry all week. This is what you want as a defender right here. This guy comes off the block, plays the block really tight, pushes off the hands, and sheds. This is what this defense hasn't been doing thus far in this game, is shedding blockers. Perry does a good job. Look at Pete. I want to know what Pete drinks in the morning. I need to start drinking green juice, guava juice, whatever Pete's having. The skincare routine is on point.
Great job by Perry there, bringing up 3rd and 10. Here comes your guy, Bell. Greer gets away from it, gets away from another guy, throws, and if he's in bounds, that's going to be good for a Cowboys first down. But it looks like John Stevens Jr. did not keep both feet in, did he?
Did he?
Let's see.
That's close. You see John loop through right there.
Oh, we call this a text game. This is a routine play. The 3 technique gets up and the end wraps around to come in. That's when the offensive line sets really hard to one side. As a defender, you're like, hey, 3, go, go, go. I'm coming around. This is good defense right here.
Let's see if he was out of bounds on this play. Ooh,
Well, he was completely out of bounds.
Well, it depends. The 2 toes were in, but when he came down,
he was out of bounds like the aunt who breaks a potato salad that nobody wants after that.
She's out of bounds like that. Okay.
Why does she got cranberries in the potato salad,
man? Kate,
Jackson
you up here
Smith in Jigba.
Sorry.
I'm staying away from that one.
Yeah, Jody can't come over no more.
It's so true, though. What are the cranberries doing in the potato salad, right, Mike B? I'm with you. Well, Drew Lock and the Seahawks offense coming back on when we come back. Seahawks football is presented by Washington's Lottery. Washington's Lottery has your ticket to the 90s with Seahawks Scratch. You could win $50,000 or meet Seahawks legend Michael Bennett. So play today. And I can tell you, it may not pay your bills, but meeting Michael Bennett is pretty fun.
I don't
Just
know.
putting
You
it out
meet him.
there.
He may pay your bills.
No.
You paying bills, Mike? What's up, man? I got a
That's-
few you can pay.
That's a young man's game.
Michael Bennett, Michael Robinson, Kate Scott with you here on the Seahawks preseason broadcast. 5.5 to go. 10-7 Seahawks in this first half. Drew Lock, the quarterback, DJ Dallas, the running back right now for the Hawks.
Yeah, I talked to Pete before the game. I asked him about Drew Lock. He said, you know what? Geno Smith is the best prep guy who preps for every game. He said that Drew Lock has an opportunity, has been in the room, and he's so locked in that it's amazing that him and Geno have that connection and that Drew is commanding the offense right after Geno, and people are loving Drew out there. And I think Drew has great leadership skills, and I think that's important for a backup quarterback, that everybody trusts you when you get in the game, that you can win the game.
Well, again, you talk to Geno, and Geno will tell you, we have two starters. We have 2 number 1 quarterbacks. What an explosive
And that
play.
time, the quarterback, Drew Lock, hooking up with his tight end. Noah Fant. Good to see Noah healthy and back out there again. Pick up a 21 on that reception.
Really good to see Noah. As you can just see him coming across in the formation, ends up wide open in a flood combination type of a route. But again, anytime you can put the ball in the ball in the hands of a guy like a Noah Fant, who's huge, he's a big guy that defenders like you, no, maybe not like you, Mike.
He ain't want none of me.
None of those guys want to tackle.
I was a savage, yeah.
You know, Mike, you had to catch him first.
Oh no, that's easy.
Seahawks go play action again, wide open. Cody Thompson with the catch for the Seahawks. That's my guy.
That's your guy.
Do it, 1-3. Do it, baby.
Wow, what a
throw.
A throw, what a play design by Shane Waldron. Play fake with just a little corner route from the outside guy, totally loses the defender. Wide open on the outside. Big time play design.
I love that Shane Waldron brings this into this offense, because when we used to play the Rams, I hated playing the Rams because all they did was play action pass, run the ball with Gurley, play action pass.
But play action pass doesn't work unless you're moving the line of scrimmage and running the football.
Doing it again, 32 yards on the previous reception. Was looking for Tariq Young that time. Just led him a bit too far. Flags in the backfield though. Locke might have been hit a little bit after the fact. And for those of you who are just joining us wondering why the guys are saying that's your guy, in our pregame show, we picked our guys to watch, and I circled Cody Thompson.
There's the low hit right here from Sam Williams. See, as he gets there, he's falling already. Then he makes that last dive at the quarterback's lower leg. Can't do that no more, Mike.
Man, I had my share of penalties, but I have to say, this is dumb. This is just a dumb penalty right here.
Yeah.
You're not going to make the play. Everybody's trying to get a stat. At this point, you're just hurting your team.
But again, when you're falling to the ground, Mike, as a pass rusher,
he jumped.
You don't know if the guy threw the ball in.
He jumped. He did more. He knew he jumped, and he's on TV. We saw that.
We're not calling this one on radio, Sam.
Yeah.
We all saw it. A handoff to Sarandrick Thompson. No place for him to go. Viliami Fehoko Jr. with the tackle for the Cowboys.
Again, power play right there. You would hope, though, you would have wished that the back could have gotten through the middle of that Dallas Cowboy defense. They're stout in the middle.
Well, I like this challenge for the second offensive line to play a stout defensive line, because this conference has nothing but stout defensive linemen. You got Aaron Donald, you got the Cardinals, you got the 49ers and Nick Bosa. We need guys that can play against stout defenses and see how they stand up against these guys.
Lock play action again, hooking up with another tight end, Tyler Mabry, who gets lit up a couple of yards short of the goal line.
Yeah, that used to be my pass play right there. We used to call that H6 or flow pass to the right, whatever you want to call it. Just whoever the fullback is, you bluff the end man on the line of scrimmage and threaten the flat defender immediately. Big time hit.
Yeah, you don't see those type of hits in the NFL.
No, you don't.
Considering they don't even wear pads at practice anymore. As a broadcaster, I have to say, fans, I'm jealous. I'm really jealous that they're not wearing pads right now.
You might be jealous that your guy, number 98, Levi Bell, is playing offense. Handoff to Thompson, tries to bounce outside, and he's in.
Look at the block. You got
touchdown.
That's my guy.
Sarandrick Thompson Jr. Thanks to your guy, Levi Bell.
I told you in the pregame that Levi Bell told me, he asked the coach, he said, Coach, what can I do to help this team? I would do anything. I just want to play in the NFL. And look at him coming in over here, giving this blocking this guy out, allowing his teammate to score. This is just selfless football.
Yes,
love your
is.
teammates. Look how everybody is this. This is the energy. Look at Diggs on the sideline. The
Pumped
veteran
up for
Brooks.
him.
Look at Bobby over there. You got sunflower seeds in your hand, Bobby? No. Bobby's into the game right now.
No seeds.
No seeds, no seeds.
Don't forget about Jamal Adams. He's back there too. And the extra point is up and good. Now, the Seahawks offense has looked completely different the last couple of series than the start of this game. They have been locked in, courtesy of Drew Lock. And now, a few words from our friends at the NFL.
YouTube TV is the new home of NFL Sunday Ticket.
Oh my goodness!
Being a fan has never been easier. Watch every game, every Sunday with NFL Sunday Ticket and YouTube TV. Sign up for NFL Sunday Ticket now and get $50 off.
Youth football is all about swag, style, fun. 3 things Peyton has none
Want
of.
something new? You want something fresh? You want something sweet?
What is that?
Looking for the best? You want something new?
17-7 Seahawks leading the Cowboys with 2:35 to go in the first half here at Lumen Field in Seattle. Quandre Diggs not playing tonight, but he and Jamal Adams and Bobby Wagner, you guys mentioned it, loving things on the sideline.
Oh, this is what you want as a veteran. You want to see guys make the right plays, make the right reads, and have the energy on offense and defense. And nothing's better than being on defense and watching your offense score.
Yes.
It just takes away the energy from the other team.
Okay, so your guy came in on offense, got the big block to lead to that touchdown.
And
Number
he's running
98,
down on
Levi
kickoff.
Bell, out there
Yeah.
on special teams.
Look at him. If he makes the tackle right here, I'm playing the lottery.
They're coming towards him. They're coming towards him. And
this-
I think he shaded the Cowboys out of bounds. That was your guy,
That's
Mike
my
B,
guy.
all
This is
the
why
way.
I call him John Cena. John Cena goes for the WWE, wrestles. Then he goes out to make a movie. Then he dates a supermodel. Then he's in a comedy movie. Then he's in a commercial.
doing
That's John
everything.
Cena.
That's
The
John
guy
Cena.
who's a utilitarian knife that can do anything.
Well, he is not John Cena, but he is a rookie out of Texas State who is trying mightily to make the squad here in Seattle this season.
I
more
love
you
the
can
hunger.
do.
I love the hunger.
The more you can do, Mike B.
The more you can do, you get more opportunities out here. Come on, Mafe.
Ben Burkervin, number 48, getting his first minutes tonight. And
Yeah,
ran right past him, it looked like. Rico
we
Dowdle, who
gotta
had the
shore up
first
this run
touchdown.
defense. We have to shore up this run defense with these second string players right now, or I'm not sure. We just need to get into our gaps and just be gap sound and fit and make routine tackles on routine run plays.
Well, it looked like the defense may be just getting ready for 2 minutes, right? I mean, they're not in the 2-minute drill right this second, but maybe they're defending it as if they were.
Real
Mike,
close to
please
it.
don't make excuses.
I'm not making excuses. I'm just saying, man. You gotta look at it.
If you out on that field, you need to make a play. Make a play.
You guys mentioned it. And as Mike B said, let's hope that somebody makes a play
Make a
when we
play.
come back. Seahawks leading the Cowboys here in Seattle. Hope you all enjoyed that Seahawks profile featuring Derek Hall, brought to you by the Muckleshoot Indian Tribe. And with a preview of halftime, let's go down to the field to Paul.
All right, thank you, Kate. What did you like in the first half there, KJ?
I mean, the guy just keep making plays, and that's wide receiver Jake Bobo ran another beautiful slant and go. Gino dropped a beautiful dime to him, and the guy just keeps making plays. I don't know. I know next week they have a game, but he may have just solidified his spot as I'm going to be on this 53-man roster. I love what I saw from him.
All right, we'll have much more on the Kia halftime show coming up in just a few. Back to you.
All right, thanks so much, guys. KJ and Paul. Down on the field, we'll have you in just a couple minutes. And post-game as well, Michael Bennett, Michael Robinson, Kate Scott with you. Up here in the booth, $1:59 to go in the first half, week 2 of the NFL preseason, and that's the guy they're talking about. Jake Bobo had a touchdown reception last week. He's made a couple of big plays already tonight, and yeah, he might be the 5th, 6th receiver. How many wideouts do you think Pete Carroll's going to keep this season?
And that's a big question because they do love the tight ends position as well. They have 3 or 4 tight ends that they feel like they can go into the regular season with, but Jake Bobo's making a case. He plays special teams. He's making big plays offensively. This guy's making his case to be on the 53 come week 1.
Will Greer, the quarterback for the Cowboys. 2-minute drill here for Dallas. 12's getting into it at Lumen Field. And Greer gets taken down by a kettle of Hawks. Miles Adams leading the charge that time for Seattle.
Oh, this is what I was talking about. Miles Adams coming in on this defense and being able to make big plays. This is important as a defender. If you own the block, you got to get off the block and get over the top. The running back, there was a wide open hole right there, and Miles Adams was able to secure the quarterback and make sure that he gets him down. And this is important for him as a player to show the Seahawks that he can make plays in crucial moments.
Cowboys calling timeout here with 1:35 to go. 4th and 1 coming up for the visitors.
Looks like Mike McCarthy called for a measurement right there. See how close he is to the first down. But this will be a good test if they're short. to see if these Hawks rush defense, short yardage, can show up.
One of the best parts of this game, bringing the sticks out.
Sticks out.
Let's see. Let's measure.
Go.
Most drama.
Ooh, they didn't get it, guys. Not even close.
Not even close.
I think Mike McCarthy needed some extra time to think about some stuff.
All right, so Mike B, 4th and 1. Take us inside the heads of defensive linemen, linebackers. Set us up for this one. What are you guys looking for in things?
Don't jump off sides. That's the first thing. Everybody's saying don't jump off sides. Don't be the guy who jumps off sides in preseason in this moment and cause a penalty. I mean, I jumped off sides a couple times.
I was about to say, we used to yell at the field, Mike B, stay, just don't do nothing.
Oh, man, don't bring that up, man. I'm trying to get over that trauma, man. Let me move forward.
Well, apparently, Mike McCarthy decided not to go for it after all. So Brian Anger, the punter, out for the Cowboys. And now Coach Pete Carroll taking a timeout to get his guys set. Settling things down.
Yeah, just trying to make sure everything is cool. And I also think Pete understands that, you know, you can't carry the timeout outs over to the second half. So you might as well use them, you know. Let's think about some stuff, right?
Looks like Holton Ahlers making a little run here at the end of this first half for the Seahawks. He finished last week's Week 1 win, had that great 30-yard touchdown pass to fellow rookie Matt Landers.
And this will be great work for Holton, right? Into the first half. Get in the 2-minute mode, see if you can get some completions. This is invaluable work that you just can't simulate in preseason camp.
Anger, one of the best punters in the NFL. Letting this one fly.
Got space, DJ.
Yes, he does. DJ Dallas. Flags flying everywhere. And Dallas driven out on the far sideline.
Looks like we might have some blocking in the back right there. Just a little.
51-yard punt for Anger and the Cowboys.
See what this penalty is right here. Who do you think they're going to call?
Is it going to be Mike B's guy?
You think it might be? Is it Mike B's
guy? No, my guy did it right. He got in front of him, didn't push him, used his body as a protection. Hey, this guy.
And for those, again, wondering why these are our guys, we picked guys we wanted to see show out in our pregame show tonight. My guy's doing pretty well so far.
Yeah,
so Mike Beast has too.
Yeah, Mike B.
Who was your guy again? You had Kobe, right?
I had Kobe. Yeah, he had a missed tackle earlier, but he's been in the position to make a lot of plays. Yes. Yes, I've been watching.
Nobody needed to know about that.
No, well, but you know, people wanted to know.
Yeah, that's true. You had Zach Charbonnet though last week, and he had a big run in the first half, so maybe that one can carry over.
It will carry over. He wears 2.6.
Oh, was there? Uh-oh.
Mike B.
I don't know about that ref, man.
Well, hey, they didn't accept your guy's penalty, right? They didn't accept.
That's true. So it doesn't
penalty,
count.
So it didn't count.
Okay,
really.
okay.
You know?
Okay, let's see. 2-minute drill here. 1:18 to go, first half. Holton Ahlers is in. Wayne Talapapa, who was released earlier in the week and re-signed just yesterday, the running back for the Seahawks. Ahlers will hand it off. No, he keeps it. What a great fake by Holton Ahlers. Faked out everybody, including me on that one.
Faked me out too, Kate. I swear I thought the running back had the ball right there.
Didn't it look like it?
Yes, it did. Yes, it did. Holton Ahlers right there.
He was good last week for folks who didn't see.
Are those real numbers? He threw for almost 14,000 yards in college.
Yeah. So those are career records.
Wow.
At East Carolina. As you can see, almost 14,000 passing yards.
Oh my goodness.
97 passing touchdowns because he ran for 25 touchdowns as well.
Oh, he was a beast.
This dude was a beast.
Wow.
And that's why the Seahawks were so excited to sign him and see if they can make something out of this 23-year-old rookie. We got to talk to him after the game last week where he was a perfect 4 for 4, 43 yards.
He was pumped up. I told him earlier to stop running. He said, Mike, I can't help myself.
Okay, he did hand it off that time. Yeah. Talapapa.
Get out of bounds, man.
And he does just that. And a flag is thrown as well. First down picked up. Courtesy of that Wayne Talapapa run. Of course, the rookie out of Washington. And he's got a great story, too. A couple of weeks ago, he was working at a fitness club right down in Portland.
Yep.
Hoping that somebody would give him a call, and then Pete Carroll did.
I guess our guys are getting penalties right now.
Stop it, Mike. Stop it.
Bobo doesn't believe it. Look at that face.
Bobo didn't believe that. That was a late flag anyway, but, you know, sometimes when the ball bounces, wide receivers don't know exactly where the ball is going to be, and holding calls happen.
I think receivers blocking is probably the hardest blocks on it, because you really don't know where the running back is making a cut, if he's in or out. You know the routine play where he's supposed to be, but he may be in a place he's not supposed to be, and you're like, well, I thought you were going to cut inside.
Beast Mode used to tell guys, hey, man, just cover him up. I'll make you right.
Handing off to Talapapa on that second down play. 3rd and 6 coming up for the Hawks as this first half winds to a close. What do you think? Is Coach Carroll, are they going to try for something here at the end of this first half?
No, I think they're going to try to just run it out, and if they get the first down, then yeah, it'll be a great thing. But I think the Dallas Cowboys are trying to get the ball back so they can see if Will Greer can get a 2-minute situation and see if they can get some points before the end of the half.
Already saw Geno Smith and Drew Lock in the first half. Now the 3rd-string QB, the rookie Holton Ahlers, trying to close out these final 58 seconds. Seahawks leading the Cowboys by 10. 3rd and 6. Ahlers gonna pull it down and try to run for the first himself. Gets close to the marker. see where they spot it.
This quarterback draw right there might be. Y'all don't have enough players for that.
There we go. Got the first down.
Come on now.
You remind me of a guy that went to Penn State. Look, there was a quarterback that
went to Penn State. Who are you talking about?
A quarterback turned into fullback.
Are you talking about
me? Broadcaster.
Trust me, I didn't throw for 14,000 yards.
I know you didn't throw for 14. I know you didn't throw for that many yards. But you ran the ball great, though.
So what you saying?
I'm not saying you can't throw.
Are you saying I couldn't throw?
The NFL said you couldn't throw, not me.
Whoa. Whoa.
You saying I couldn't throw? Okay, Mike. Okay, I got you, dog.
Shots fired up here in the booth.
It's all good, King.
You were a great player, though. I hated going against you.
Man, yeah, right.
I did.
You talked so much trash to me in 9-on-7, bro. You knew I was the only fullback, and you literally tried to hurt me.
I did not try to hurt you.
You, Big Red, and Clem. You tried to hurt me. You knew I was the only fullback. Stop it.
Yeah, you were a key component to us winning in that run game that we had.
Let's take another look, guys. Let's see if it was a good spot or if might have been a little home cooking here.
Come on, Holden. Find the play. Find the play. Let's see when he gets down. He's down there. That looks a little bit short. Yeah, when the elbow's down where the ball is, might be a little bit behind the first down, but...
Can I complain again? Because we complained about penalties last week.
Let's complain.
I'm not a big fan of that rule where it's, you know, the freeze frame and where's the ball right there. Can't he finish his falling to the ground motion? And when he's falling to the ground, the ball's going to move forward 6 inches or so.
Yeah, but, you know, guys on defense don't like to give offensive players the benefit of the doubt of where the ball's going to be spot. So
Michael B's giving me the stick.
Yeah, he's looking like, nah.
Because technically he wasn't stopped right there. We're just stopping the picture right there. He was stopped when he hit the ground.
But that was the first time that his body hit, you know, was deemed down. So, you know.
He's just trying to win over some Seahawks fans right
now. That's all we're doing.
It was still a good, tough run, though.
It was.
Quick thoughts from you guys on the first half. What have you liked from your Seahawks?
Again, I thought my Seahawks, I think they started a little slow, especially defensively, but I thought they picked up the energy, the tempo in the second quarter. And then they made some big plays. The young guys, especially offensively, they made big plays. Jackson Smith and Jigba. You saw Zach Charbonnet with an explosive run. And again, that's something that you wanted to see in this second game. Also, we saw Geno Smith. He came out. He took a sack, but he looked great. He went through his possessions, completed some passes. So I have no qualms about offensively and defensively what happened in the first half.
Yeah, me either. I thought the offensive line did a great job of establishing the run and allowing play-action pass to happen. This is what I wanted to see from the offensive line. Could they stay stout against a stout defensive line like the Cowboys? The Cowboys are known for pass rushing.
Okay.
They like the measurements today, man.
They're just measuring.
Seahawks sideline is laughing. But you mentioned Geno, 5 of 6, 46 yards in his 2 drives. Drew Lock, 5 of 6, 119 yards. So 1 and 2 quarterbacks for your Seahawks.
And Coach
Very
Carroll,
good tonight.
Coach Carroll loves Geno. He said, Geno, there's a lot of guys who went through what Geno did and stopped believing in themselves.
Yep.
But
Yeah.
the thing he loves about Geno is that Geno has belief. And a guy who has belief like that, that starts to become contagious.
Absolutely.
And he's won over this locker room. He's won over these players.
Say it again. He won over the locker room.
He won over the locker room
Yes,
through
he
his
did.
grit, through his ability to play through tough moments, through his ability to lead. Geno is the guy.
Now, this was Pete's reaction to getting the news from the refs about the review.
Oh, Pete.
Big animated. Oh, man.
I gotta say, he's got to be up there when it comes to most entertaining coaches to watch in the NFL too, right?
If you watch him chew some gum throughout a football game.
Oh my gosh, I always felt bad for his coordinators and everybody who was on headset, right? You got to be hearing that.
Oh, yeah. Got to be.
I just want to know what type of gum it is. Why does the gum have that much flavor?
And how does he not have a sponsor yet
Yeah.
at this point?
I think one might be coming now that we're talking about
Okay.
it. You never know.
34 seconds to go in the first half. Punt coming from your Seahawks after they were unable to get that first down. I feel like I'm calling a basketball game right now, guys.
Yeah.
Feels like the end of a basketball game, and there's all those fouls, and you're just
Back
shooting
and
free
forth.
throws.
Yeah.
There was 28 seconds, and 8.5 minutes later, the game's still going on.
Look, Geno's like,
just me.
hurry up. Can I get to halftime? I need some cocoa. Let's go.
I'm excited about seeing Geno play this year on
too,
this
man.
offense. I just think last year the confidence to come in and get the awards and get the notoriety for his ability to play. I think Geno's going to have a special year again this year. I feel it in it, the way he's leading the offense. Being at practice all week, you can hear guys. Geno's breaking it down. Geno, everybody, they just love Geno. I'm happy for somebody to go through that type of turmoil and still to become the guy that he's becoming in his locker room later on in his career.
Well, going off of that, it's been incredible to see how much he's already won this team over again, and he's only started for them for 1 season.
Yeah, and, you know, we talked to Shane Waldron earlier this week, and Shane talked about Geno's leadership style. He talked about the fact that last year, even though he won the job, he spent the entire season basically trying to validate,
Of course,
you know,
yeah.
that pick, and that's human nature. But this year, being able to know that, you know, you're not going to play a perfect game, and when you do mess up, you don't have to look to the sideline and, you know, wondering whether Drew Lock will be coming into the game.
Well, Greer, the quarterback, closing out this first half for the Cowboys. Hooking up with Malik Davis on the far side. Flags thrown. 40 seconds left in this second quarter.
Oh, Mike, they got a penalty?
Oh, yeah.
Going against D lineman?
Yeah, what is going on here? They must know I'm in the booth right
They
now.
got to know
They
you
got to
in the
know I'm in the
booth,
booth,
man.
and they know I will flame him up, but I'm not. He called it. There's so much hands in the face down there. I'm surprised that they actually called that play.
That's
crazy,
backup
Mike.
center for Dallas, Brock Hoffman. I mean, that's why when we welcomed Mike B in, I apologized in advance, to everybody
yeah.
watching. Appreciate all of you tuning in, whether it's here in the Pacific Northwest. You know we're on the NFL Network tonight as well. Appreciate you joining us. And I'm going to say that was tackled inbounds. John Stevens Jr. So the Cowboys go in tempo here, trying to get a few more points before this first half wraps up. Ben Burke-Curvin on the tackle for your Hawks. Greer. And another flag is thrown, so this play probably not going to count. And this one's getting pretty messy as the first half is winding down.
That was a clear holding. That was a clear holding.
Obviously, right, Mike B?
Yeah, you couldn't even. That's not even. Speaking of the NBA, that's like an NBA fake fall down or something like
Yeah,
that.
a
A flop.
Can we maybe just down the football now, guys? Can we get to our halftime show?
I mean, Mafa's becoming a lot to handle right
Yes,
now.
he is.
I was gonna
Every
say,
single play.
And D Hall right now. They're just really good edge rushers. And Mafe, I think he's just been doing a good job all day today. You know, him and Levi Bell, Miles Adams, and D Hall out there, they're playing really good football right here, keeping the quarterback contained.
See if they can put an end to this first half. Handoff. And a number of blue jerseys around Malik Davis. Got John Radigan, linebacker for your Hawks, was the first one to it. And hey, drinks all around. The first half has finally reached its conclusion here in Seattle.
It's all good.
And it was a good first half with that guy, Boye Mafe, Jackson Smith in Jigba. And your Hawks, they've got a 10-point lead as we head to the half.
We're back at Lumen Field with KJ Wright. Seahawks great, and KJ, there was a lot of good from this Seahawks offense, especially in the first half.
And I just love the efficiency out of Drew Lock and both Geno Smith. Both those guys came out, both 5 for 6, dropping beautiful dimes to the receivers, and just really off to a fast start. These guys are 2 guys that could really play in the NFL. I understand that Drew Lock is a backup, but he's still competing, still showing, I'm going to push you, Geno, to be the best version of yourself.
Yeah, you get the feeling that Drew Lock is playing much better football under Pete Carroll and the coaching staff he has. He's getting a lot of good out of it. Total yards in the first half for the Seahawks, 223. That just speaks to the offense. Zach Charbonnet, a couple of strong runs there, and you like what you saw from him, just as brief as it was.
And you saw when Charbonnet, they drafted him for a specific reason. They knew that his balance, his patience, and his explosiveness is something that he would bring to the table. You're just watching him going off to a stretch play on the right side. Patient, and he sees it and he hits it full speed, and now he gets to show off that 4.4 speed. He's going to be a fun guy to pair with both him and Kenneth Walker, as you saw Kenneth Walker there celebrating on the sideline. And so I love this 1-2 punch. Shane Waldron has his hands full with weapons in the backfield and with the wide receivers.
Charbonnet with 3 runs for 31 yards. And what are we looking for here in the second half? What do you want to see from this team?
Well, I challenged the defense. I said 80 yards or under in this when it comes to this run game, so they can still do it. I believe in them. Just come out here and tackle. Come out here and tackle well. I'm looking forward to Clint Hurt. Stay aggressive. Keep blitzing. Keep these guys going. Bring 5 or more, even if it's on a rundown.
You see how much juice he gets when he gets to talk about the defense? It's a different story. Let's go back upstairs to Kate and Michael.
All right, thanks, you guys. Well, going off of that, Paul, I mean, we all laughed when KJ said in pregame he wants to see this Seahawks defense hold the Cowboys to 80 yards rushing or less.
Yeah, I was like, come on, KJ.
He's still got a chance, guys.
He still has a chance.
They're at 70. They're at 70 at the half.
And he said it without a smile, Kate, right? It looked like KJ was ready to go out there and tackle somebody. But pregame, you know? Gotta love it.
Boye Mafe, number 53 there, giving the thumbs down, was great for the Seahawks in the first half.
He was great. He was disruptive. He used what Mike B taught him a couple weeks ago and using his hands a little bit more. He disengaged blocks. He set the edge in the run game, and he also got after the quarterback.
And he got that hairstyle right now. He got that whole little barrel thing going back there.
Yeah, that was sweet though.
Yeah, that's right there.
Though.
He think he Drake.
Michael Bennett, Michael Robinson, Kate Scott with you here on the Seattle Seahawks preseason broadcast. Appreciate all of you joining us tonight, wherever and however you are doing so. Jason Myers kicking off for the Hawks to start off this second half. Seahawks leading the Cowboys by 10. And the Cowboys will start with the football in this second half. No Dak Prescott. Got to see some Cooper Rush in the first, and Will Greer went into the halftime locker room as the quarterback for the Cowboys. You expect to see a lot of Will the rest of this one here tonight.
Yeah, expect to see a lot of Will Greer. Also expect to see them attempt to run the football a little bit more. I know we were joking coming in and talking about KJ.
They only need 10 yards.
They only need 10 yards to get 80.
What KJ wanted to hold them to.
But I still think when you talk to Mike McCarthy, he wants to establish the running game. He wants to, you know, attack a defense by running the football and be explosive on play-action passing.
And on cue, the play-action pass. Greer firing to a wide-open Dontario Drummond, who takes it into Seahawks territory just like that.
Yeah, see, this is hard for
just like
linebackers, right? Because you run the ball, and the linebackers play a little tighter up to the line, then you got to get back into your coverage. And that makes it very difficult for any linebacker to do that in any game, is to get into coverage and try to stop the run.
Well, really, when you run the football and you can reset the line of scrimmage, you talk about those play-action pass opportunities, Mike. And really what you're doing is you're manipulating the second levels of the defense, right? There's not a lot of quarterbacks who can just drop back and manipulate the defense with their arms and body.
Quick pass to the right side, and Trey Brown was all over it for the Seahawks.
Oh, I love this play because This is just great play. Screen play, what are you going to do? A lot of guys miss this tackle, you know, and for Trey Brown to make this tackle behind the line of scrimmage for a TFL, this is what this defense needs, is plays behind the line of scrimmage to create longer second down plays, to control what the offense can actually do. Screen draws, long periods of plays. You don't want to get them into their routine run plays by giving up yards that they don't need.
John Stevens Jr., the motion man for the Cowboys, did not throw to him. Went close to him, though. Another tight end, Luke Schoonmaker, on the reception for Dallas.
Just a little stick route here for Will Grier right there. Pass wide open, but again, there's holes in this defense in the secondary, but once you're running the football, every single snap, the defense has to freeze just for a second to make sure that you're not playing physical football.
Couple of yards short of the line to gain. So first big third down for the Seahawks defense in this second half. Play clock winding down. Grier gets it off. They'll go play action pass again. And they've got the first down. Another hookup with Schoonmaker. Back-to-back.
I mean, this is just a good play call.
Grier and Schoonmaker. You called it, Mike.
This is just a good pass. It's just a good play. This is a good play call right here. He changed the offense up, got everybody going down on the stretch play. It comes back with a nice little boot. The tight end. I hated this play. The tight end just pushes you just a little bit just to get back out into the flat on the third down play. That's a great play call.
Rookie out of Michigan, picking up 12 on that third down reception. Haven't handed off to Deuce Vaughn yet on this series, and that trend will continue. Grier back across his body to another one of his tight ends, Sean McEwen, with a tough reception that time for Dallas, and another Cowboys first down.
Will Grier, he's working the tight ends on this drive
right I know
here.
Clint Hurts on the other side of that booth, and he's saying if another tight end catches the ball, every linebacker's coming out the game right now. We know that they're throwing to the tight end. He better not catch the ball. Give it to a receiver, a running back, but not a tight end.
Well, to your point, you said, you know, I know Clint Hurts is up here in the booth, in one of the booths, being upset about tight ends catching the football. This is the first season where he is up in the booth. He told us this week he can see things a lot clearer. Oh, my goodness.
What a run. Deuce Vaughn. First time they hand it off to him on that drive, and you can see right there why Cowboys fans are excited about this rookie. Touchdown, Dallas.
What you guys think you're hearing is some booing, but you're hearing Deuce in this stadium right here. Great cut by Deuce Vaughn, and this is what you want to do when you have a defender one-on-one. He had two defenders, spent out of trouble. He has a low center of gravity, and that's a big reason why he's able to break that tackle.
And then what did Clint tell us in the meeting last week? I mean, this week he told us that a lot of the defenders, why they missed tackles, because they came off their feet. You gotta run through. You gotta run through. Head on the other side of the ball. This is fundamental football. That should have not been a touchdown. He had one-on-one. That was supposed to be his job. When we in this defense, you got to make those type of plays. This is routine tackles, and the Seahawks, they got to stop these leaky runs. And this one will make the defense a lot better. It's just making tackles, man. This is, I don't know, as a defender up here, it makes it hard for me.
All right, guys. Well, stay tuned for a Seahawks profile featuring rookie Jackson Smith in Jigba, brought to you by the Muckleshoot Indian Tribe. Welcome back to Seattle. Thanks to that guy's 14-yard touchdown scamper before we stepped away. We got ourselves a ball game here in week 2 of the NFL preseason. And how about the 21-year-old rookie out of Kansas State? Had a touchdown last week, ran for 50 yards on 8 carries. And in his first touch on that drive, spins around, gets 14 yards all the way through the Seahawks defense into the end zone. If I'm a Cowboys fan, I understand why folks are excited about him.
Yeah, I think this is important for Dak Prescott to have a guy that can come in on third down after Tony's coming in and becoming the starter. You're going to need somebody who brings in that speed, that ability to do the stretch plays, the ability to play screens, and just draws and be able to change the pace of the game. I think this is what they need. A two-back situation allows Dak Prescott to be more positive in the pocket and make great throws and great plays overall.
Totally agree, Mike B. But I think Deuce Vaughn is more than just a third down back, man. I know obviously with his stature and, you know, catching ability out of the backfield and matchups, I think he can run the ball on first and second down as well.
Well, moments ago, our guy on the field, KJ Wright, caught up with the head coach of the Seattle Seahawks, Pete Carroll.
Hey guys, I'm joined here by Super Bowl winning head coach Pete Carroll. Coach, you made the decision to play your starters there in the first quarter. What did you see from those guys?
They did okay, you know, both sides of the ball got something done. We got a little bit of movement on offense, and the defense came through and got their stop. So it was good start for them. Everybody needs to get out there a little bit.
Yeah, and just letting you know, Coach, I'm a big fan of Bobo and Njigba. They both made 2 spectacular catches there in the game. What are you seeing from those two?
They have been just rock solid. They've been making a good impression every day. Every day those guys do stuff because they're really good players, so we're really excited about them.
Yeah, and here we are in the third quarter. I know you preach finishing. What do you want to see from these guys down in the second half?
We got to play the nakeds right there. The boot pass just nailed us 2 times in that drive. We got to play that first. I'd love to see if we can move the football. We're going to run the ball a lot with Ehlers in there, you know. So we got to have to find out if we can do it. It'll be a good time to see it.
All right, Coach. Appreciate you. All right.
Oh, great work, KJ. Although we got to help him out with the rapping and the mic
With the rapping
cord.
of the mic cord.
He thinks he's a rapper tonight. I like that. I was expecting KJ to put the mic up a little bit more.
Yeah, he got linebacker hands.
All right,
man.
play action. Jake
Bobo.
Another big-time play from the rookie, Jake Bobo.
Yeah, Jake Bobo. I like that catch.
More
right?
Bobo, baby. More Bobo.
More Bobo.
And you know, they said Bobo ran a 4.9. Right there, he definitely looked like a 4.63 right there.
At least.
At least minimum, because he got the burners right here, and he takes a big hit right here.
Yes, I just want him to lower his hitting surface a little bit so he doesn't get popped out of bounds. Great throw by Holton Ehlers right there. Just getting the ball around the defender. Another explosive play for Bobo. Big play Bobo, Mike B.
Just saying, Mike. Just saying. 15 yards on the hookup between Ehlers. A little sidearm action there from Holton. Roderick Thompson is running back on this series. Gets it close to the midfield marker.
Again, I know Coach Carroll is happy with the offensive line and how they've been able to move the line of scrimmage some tonight, especially you saw it with the first group. You would like to see it a little bit more here with the second group going into the second half. But running the football is a staple of any Pete Carroll coached team. And yes, you have the skill set, the skilled guys on the outside, and Jackson Smith and Jigba, DK Metcalf, Tyler Lockett, all of those guys. But running the football is at the essence of what they want to get done here in Seattle.
And they're running the football again. Nice cut from Thompson. And he's got some room. Flags in the backfield. So this one might be coming back, but still love what you saw there from the rookie out of Texas Tech.
Love that backside A-gap cut. Playing with the second-level linebackers.
He knows it, too.
Yeah, this is still an aggressive run right here. Just a little inside zone. You're going to see the cutback right there. A little hezzy right there, Mike, to set the blitz, set the blocking up. And then you see Thompson just explode into the second level. It's a really good run, using that stiff arm, battling those defenders.
Yeah, man. Got to see him when he was playing for Texas Tech in college. Third in school history, guys. 40 rushing touchdowns in his time down in the Lone Star State. Now hoping to find a way onto the roster here in Seattle. Fakes the handoff. Will throw to Thompson. And no place for him to go. Great work by Thomas. Read that one all the way for the Cowboys.
Yeah, Wanye Thomas right there. That was a really good play. I thought as the play was getting set up that Thompson would get into the open, get into the clear. But Wanye was there to make sure the screen got nowhere, Mike B.
You know, the Dan Quinn coach defense is always going to be great tacklers, and this is what you see. That was just a routine play, but a great tackle, because that could have bust out for any moment. But to get him down, please just get the man down. We don't care how you get him down, just get him down.
Of course, talking about Dan Quinn, the defensive coordinator for the Cowboys, who was the DC back here in Seattle a while ago, and flags moving this one back even further. Greg Island, the backup right guard for your Seahawks. See him shaking his head there.
Yeah, Greg Island just got started a little bit too fast there. Again, you're working through preseason camp. There's different cadences, different nuances within the different quarterbacks. Obviously, you would think that Drew Lock works a lot with this group now. You got Holton Ehlers with his cadence, just throwing some guys a little bit off.
So third and forever for the Seahawks here. Ehlers had his man, and then it was dropped. He's looking for Derek Young, off his hands, incomplete. Good defense by Kelvin Joseph for the Cowboys.
Yeah, Derek, you want to come down with those combated catches right there. You're not going to always be open. These defenders are really good. They're going to swat at the ball. They're going to be all over you. I thought that was a good throw by Holton right there. You'd hope the receiver come down with that pass.
Yeah, and as a receiver coach, you're not really care if you catch the ball when he's wide open. You want to see those tough catches.
You want to see the tough catches.
Yeah, you're the guy. Like, let's see you make some of these plays like Tyler Lockett and DK Metcalf. They make those type of catches in all games.
Tolbert with a little bit of room here. And he gets it out towards the 35-yard line, but a flag way back where near the football was punted.
Did Chris Stoll, the long snapper, get that tackle? Yes! I love it. Love to see it.
I think your guy Levi Bell was down there too, Mike. Maybe.
Yes, yes. I don't know about these refs, man, right now.
I mean, I'm fine with that call.
Yeah.
All right. So the Seahawks defense playing well. Let's see if they can hold this lead when we come back. Seahawks football is presented by Washington's Lottery. Washington's Lottery has your ticket to the 90s with Seahawks Scratch. You could win $50,000 or meet Seahawks legend Michael Bennett. So play today. And what Mike Robb and I want to know, Mike B, is it your 50K and or they get to meet you, or is that Washington Lottery's 50,000?
I hope it's yours.
I signed an NDA. Really, I can't tell you.
They hand off to Deuce Vaughn, who gets taken down in the backfield. Tyreek Smith, the big boy, doing work that time for the Hawks.
It's a big-time play by Tyreek Smith right there. If you saw what Deuce Vaughn saw, he was about to be out. See 92 right there going across the tight end's face and just making the tackle right as Deuce Vaughn was trying to turn the corner.
And another good play for the Seahawks defense. Matthew Gotel just signed to the squad. Ben Burke-Kirven in on the tackle as well.
I love this from the D tackle, and to be able to come through and make a play on the screen play. It's so important. If you can't get to the rusher, at least get to the defender.
That's true. As a running back, they used to tell us those three techniques better not get in your way. You better run from those big guys.
Some of these guys fast though.
That's true.
Speaking of fast, and the Seahawks are saying somebody moved. No flag yet.
Y'all defenders, just because y'all point, y'all think everything's moving.
The worst part was that the ref started looking.
Will Greer out of his own end zone. He's got a man, and it goes through his hands. Simi Fehoko was the guy he was looking for. Artie Burns, the defender for your Hawks.
That's a great job by Artie Burns. You see him right here up top. Watch this coverage step for step, but also has eyes on the quarterback, so he's able to make a play on the football and not really deal with the receiver. Artie Burns has been having a great camp. Good job getting your hand in there. There's a lot of defensive backs on this team, Mike B.
Oh,
There's a lot.
Yeah, I want to talk about that when we come back. We'll obviously step away after the Seahawks get this punt, but that was one of the reasons we use the word plethora, I think 4 or 5 times in the open, Mike.
Lots of defensive backs.
Vocabulary is strong in here.
You missed a lot earlier, Mike B. Tyjon Lindsey is... All right, Dallas making it even more difficult on themselves.
Yes, making it tough on themselves. I remember being personal protector, and I hated being backed up right here, because oftentimes that meant I had to block somebody because they were going to send 8. So, yeah, this is not a good situation.
Wasn't your favorite part
of
playing the football? Yeah. All right, that's Anger back at the end zone. Again, one of the best at his position in the NFL. Back in Lindsey all the way up towards...
He got space.
Tyjon Lindsey. He's got space indeed. The former Oregon State Beaver taking it all the way down to the Cowboys' 30-yard line. What a return from Tyjon Lindsey.
Tyjon Lindsey, great job, young man. Oftentimes you don't want the punt returner catching the football going backwards. As you can see, he's sprinting for the ball right there, because as he turns, that's 10 yards of coverage. But he's so fast, so quick, and the blocking from the return unit set up perfectly as he turns the corner. Now the Seahawks offense set up in Dallas Cowboy territory with great field position.
60-yard punt from Anger, a 27-yard return from that guy, and Lindsey's going to stay in there. Again, one of the guys looking to make the 53 for the Seahawks. Holton Ahlers.
Running back.
Pretty good pockets. Got Lindsey on the cross. Back-to-back nice plays from number 81, Tyjon Lindsey.
Tyjon Lindsey making play after play. Mike B, he said, look at me. I'm trying to make this team right here. Just a simple crossing route right here as a switch release from the slide at the left part of your screen. Great catch.
And most guys, after they make a big play like that, they come out. But he's like, no, I'm hungry.
Who you telling, man? As a fullback?
Feed me.
I used to go out of the game right after a big catch, man. What? He's winded.
24-year-old rookie out of Oregon State. Started his collegiate career at Nebraska, but I'm sure a lot of you in the Pacific Northwest recognize number 81. The handoff to SaRodorick Thompson. Avoids one tackle. Cannot avoid another. Josh Butler. Nice takedown that time for the Cowboys.
I still like that first stiff arm, though. That was
like that first one?
That first stiff
arm. Get up off of me.
Yes, that was strong. He didn't have anywhere to go, but at least he made one defender miss.
You know, our old running back coach Sherman Smith used to be around here for a long time. We used to actually do a stiff arm drill up against one of the blocking sleds throughout the week, and he used to always tell Beast Mode, man, throw that big arm, man. They're scared of it. You can see SaRodorick right there throwing that stiff arm.
Ahlers under center. Thompson still the back. And hand off to him again. Nice hole that time. Good patience, as you mentioned. And he's going to be very close to picking up a Seahawks first down.
Sometimes you see running backs as they get the football, Mike B, they do a little hop, skip a little bit just to kind of have something to do with their body because they can't just stop, right? Well, that patience is allowing the double teams to get up to the second level. That patience is allowing the big guys in front of them to move other big guys. And as you can see it right there with SaRodorick Thompson.
Going for it on 4th and 1. Holton Ahlers didn't get much of a push from his offensive line.
They were already saying it's the other.
Kelvin Joseph and Devin Harper in on the stop for the Cowboys. And that will indeed be the case. They already called it. Looked like there was a little bit of confusion from the Hawks just before they snapped it.
A little bit of confusion. It looked like they tried to surprise the Dallas Cowboys defense.
All right, it has been confirmed. They didn't get it. So it'll be Cowboys football when we come back. Seahawks football is brought to you by the Western Washington Toyota dealers, the preferred truck of the Seattle Seahawks. Cowboys football down 3, 4:36 to go in what's been a pretty fun, competitive preseason game here in Seattle.
Yeah, it's been fun, Kate. It's been some big plays. It's been some bad plays. It's been some great plays, but a lot of energy. Gotta love it.
Will Greer in at quarterback for the Cowboys. Deuce Vaughn, his running back. There's Vaughn. And they'll hand off to him. Trying to run left, and Levi Bell sneaking in from the backside and gobbling him up. We'll get to our reactions in just a moment. But moments ago, our KJ Wright was doing more work down on the sideline.
All right, you guys, I took your advice, and I'm not holding the microphone like a rapper. I'm joined by a man that just got paid. Uchenna Nwosu, bro, tell me, how does it feel to be locked in for a long-term deal and be locked in for the Seahawks for the next few years?
Feels great. There's no place like this. You know, coming from where I came from, the crowd is, the fan base is amazing. You know, this is really a place to be. It's so much fun here. You got a great coach like Pete Carroll. You got up-and-coming stars. You got old stars who are back and have something to prove, and everybody's working to get better. It's great here.
Absolutely, and when you look at the tape, all I can see is Boye Mafe making plays left and right. He's batting the ball down, making TFLs. What have you seen from him in training camp, and especially today on the football field?
Man, it's been great this training camp. From year 1 to year 2 from him, the growth has been tremendous, you know, and I just can't wait to see it out there on the field. He's really improved. He's really locked in mentally. All that experience that he got last year is really helping him this year, and I can't wait for him to have a big year.
Absolutely, and my last question, I know you want to put out this noise when it comes to this run defense. You heard the noise last year. You're hearing a little bit of the training camp. You as a leader of this football team, what's your mentality going when it comes to stopping this run this football season?
Just being tough and rugged. You know, that's really what it's going to take. A lot of butt kicking on the defensive side. You know, we got to go get all blocks. We got to make tackles. We got to be disruptive in that backfield. Yep. It all starts by getting off that rock, and it all starts what you said, the mentality. So just making sure those guys are right, making sure those guys are good to go, and making sure our minds are right every single week.
Absolutely, man. Well, best of luck this year, man. Ball as usual. Can't wait to watch you. Yes, sir.
Uchenna has me ready to run through the wall right now.
I know, right?
And Will Greer and the Cowboys have been moving the football very nicely while KJ was talking to Uchenna. Jonathan Sutherland on the tackle that time for Seattle.
I thought that was a great interview by KJ right there. I mean, just what they were talking about Mike B, especially at the end, the mindset, like the mindset you have to go out there and stop the run. And Uchenna's answer was just like, no, man, we just got to make sure our minds are right. We got to make sure we're in the mindset to go out there and make plays. That's how you go from the 30th ranked rush defense last season to a much better ranked defense this season, Mike B.
30, you can't get any worse. You got to get better.
Amen to that.
Yeah,
Deuce
30,
Vaughn.
Yeah, there's only one less. You got to at least get in the top 10 for sure.
There's Uchenna. Deuce Vaughn picking up the first down before Jonathan Sutherland knocked him down. And there's Uchenna, 6-year player out of USC. And as KJ mentioned off the top, signed a 3-year extension in the offseason because, as he said, there's no place better. He wants to be here. We all know how much defense is such a big part of the success here in Seattle. The ball is on the turf, and Greer smartly just going to fall on it. A flag behind him. That was just a mess of a play that time by the visitors.
That was all messed up. Yeah. It's so funny, right? If the ball wouldn't have been snapped, would they would have called that illegal shift? Because he was just walking up to the line of scrimmage to talk to the guys. We see quarterbacks do this all the time. So, like, when is it the penalty and when is it just allowing him to go up there to go talk to his offensive line?
It's nothing like when the quarterback falls. Everybody's trying to touch him. It's like, it doesn't matter how you get the sack as long as you get
just
it.
Want to touch him,
Everybody's
right?
just jumping in there.
Ooh, and there was some movement early.
Yeah, that was.
And they blew it dead, and Will Greer understandably upset because he had a free play. Saw Jordan Ferguson coming in just a little bit too early.
Yeah, that was a Mike B jump right there, Kate.
The slander.
That was a Mike B jump offside, because when Mike B jumped offsides, he completely touched everybody. The play was over. You know what? You ain't gonna get no free play. I'm pushing you down.
I mean, if you're gonna do it, you might as well get your money's worth.
Might as well do it, huh, Mike?
Yeah, and then Ferguson, he's in there in this crucial part of the game, and he gets taken out. I know he's like, man, jumping off sides in this moment, I'm missing my opportunity.
That's a really good point there.
Especially if D-Hall gets a sack right here.
Yeah.
Final 40 seconds of the third quarter. Cowboys looking to tie or pull ahead. Wide open over the middle. Drummond again. Another first down for the Cowboys. Close to the red zone. And Greer leading a nice drive as this third quarter winds down.
It's a nice throw by Will Greer right there. Just the middle of the defense just vacated. Big hole in the middle of that defense. You see Kobe Bryant and some others on the tackle on the back end. A lot of teaching tape tonight, Mike B.
Jordan Ferguson back in now for the Seahawks. 15-yard hookup between Greer and Drummond. And let's see if big number 4-2 can make up for that previous mistake as we start the fourth quarter in a few minutes. We got a good one. Week 2 of the preseason here in Seattle. 3-point ball game. Cowboys threatening when we come back. Seahawks football is presented by Washington's Lottery. Washington's Lottery has your ticket to the 90s with Seahawks Scratch. You can win $50,000 or meet Seahawks legend Michael Bennett, so play today. Michael Bennett up here in the booth right now along with Michael Robinson and Kate Scott. 8th play of this, what has been so far, pretty nice drive by the Cowboys coming up, guys.
Yeah, really good drive by the Cowboys. They've been running the football. They've hit some play-action passes. Been very explosive. Let's see if the Seahawks defense, we can bend a little bit, but not break and not give up any points.
clinging to this 3-point lead right now as we start the fourth quarter, week 2 of the preseason in Seattle. Greer hands off to Vaughn, and he's met in the backfield. John Radigan, the first Seahawk to him. Great work that time by the Seahawk D.
Yeah, this is perfect. This is great linebacker play right here.
Yes, it is.
You see this hole open up right here, and you go, you explode, boom, boom, right there, open gap, dip on the guard, and make a routine tackle. This is what you want from a linebacker. Shoot the gaps. As a defensive lineman, when you're holding the block, you want to see that your linebacker behind you either gets the blocker off you or he shoots down and makes a big play like that. Great job. Really good play.
Love seeing that from John. Took a couple of days off this week. Was dealing with a little something in his elbow, coming off a team-high 9 tackles last week.
Good blitz.
Greer firing, intercepted at the goal line. Trey Brown bringing it out for Seattle. What a play by number 22.
See, this is what you're talking about right here, Mike. Yeah, you may give up some big plays to get down to the red zone, but great red zone defense is getting turnovers, stopping, or giving up a field goal. This is a great play by Trey Brown.
Trey Brown, again, staying with his receiver, keeping his eyes on his luggage is what they like to call it. Trey Brown saying, no touchdowns on my watch. We'll be back at Lumen Field in a minute.
What a play by number 22, Trey Brown, picking off Will Greer at the goal line just before we stepped away.
You can see Trey Brown right here, just reading the quarterback's eyes. Quarterback was a little late with the football, but again, watch the reaction from the sideline. This is a defense that went through the ringer last year, and now to be able to take the football away from an opposing offense, look at that celebration.
Yeah.
It doesn't get much better than that. That's having juice right there. Great play by Trey Brown.
So important for the third-year player out of Oklahoma, because as I'm sure most of you know, as Ehlers goes play action and connects with his tight end, Griffin Hebert, on that first down play for your Seahawks. He was kind of like the Devin Witherspoon a number of years ago, right? He was looking so good in training camp, but then he got hurt, and in the past 2 seasons, only 11 games played for the Seahawks, now finally healthy. So that could be a huge play to kickstart this season for him.
Absolutely. Again, when you go through some adversity like having multiple injuries and not being able to get out on the football field and show exactly what you can do, when you get an opportunity to get your hands on the football and make game-changing plays. I see you, Holden.
I was going to say,
Way
just like
to
that.
Get down,
he slid.
baby. He slid.
Let's go.
Yes.
Holton Ehlers taking Geno Smith's advice, saying, I know, big fella, I know you can run. We need you for the season. You got to get down after you get into space.
And again, you love how he just keeps his eyes downfield. And again, Holton Ehlers, he wants to throw the football here. But again, understanding your best ability is your availability. Let's not take any more of those hits. Let's get up and show a little swag. I like it.
Oh, love it. 8-yard pickup on that first down carry. Holton had a 22-yard scamper last week and had a great time chatting with the rookie lefty after the game. Said he grew up kind of looking at another lefty who wore 1-5, Tim Tebow, back in the day.
Yeah, man, looked just like Tim Tebow a little bit last week, running around, throwing the football. But I will say this, Holton Ehlers, this guy can throw the football,
yes,
right? He's a little different than Tim Tebow, okay, for almost 14,000 yards in East Carolina. Kick and play.
4 for 4 for 43 yards passing last week, in addition to that 22-yard run. A lot of room here, and a wide open receiver at midfield. That's Tyjon Lindsey. On cue, Holton said, did Mike Robb just say that I can throw the football? Let me show him a little something.
Sure did. First of all, this is a tough throw from a lefty. Rolling to your right. Watch how he manipulates the defense. He looked off of 24. He looked off 24 to get him to move, to create the space needed to complete the pass. Just a good job of just playing quarterback and being a good football player by Holton.
Nice job by Lindsey to find that space and sit down in it as well. 15-yard hookup between Ehlers and Lindsey. Ehlers from the gun, lofting down the sideline. Oh, off the hands of his wideouts. John Hall had it and just couldn't hang on.
What a throw. Oh, my goodness. He dropped a dime. You're just going to see a go route here. Watch this dime that's dropped. You almost didn't even think that the receiver knew the ball was coming.
I don't know if he did.
It dropped right in the breadbasket. That's one of those where you say, okay, Holton, there's a trash can 40 yards down the football field, 5 yards outside the numbers. Just go throw it in the bucket. He dropped that football right there in the bucket. Great pass. Should have been caught.
Again, coming back to you as they go empty. You talked about his arms, and now he's wanting to show off for you. Loses the football that time, picks it up, and will fall on it. Good work by the Cowboys. Isaiah Land providing the pressure for Dallas.
Yeah, you see Holton Ahlers right there again. Just a little careless with the football while he's in the pocket trying to get away. You want your quarterback to keep two hands on the ball as he's moving around in the pocket. But the great thing about it is he got back on the football. You live to fight another day.
Maybe a little too Tebow-esque on that.
Yeah, stop it, Kate.
Just kidding. Okay, let's see what he can do on this third down. He's just going to hand it off to Thompson. And SaRodorick isn't giving up yet. SaRodorick Thompson has a first down and more. What a run by the rookie, SaRodorick Thompson.
What a run by SaRodorick Thompson Jr. First of all, a little draw play right here, but the inside of the Cowboy defense just opened up. You see Joey Hunt getting on the second level linebacker, and watch the cut. See the cut to the outside. Great blocking by the receivers on the outside, trying to stay in bounds. SaRodorick, great run, young man.
That was 5'8" Tyjon Lindsey delivering that last block for his running back. And all smiles on the sideline, and they may challenge because it looked like Thompson may have stepped out a little bit earlier than where they ended up marking him.
Yeah, maybe a little earlier, but so what? He doesn't care about that on the sideline right now.
Give it to him.
He's just excited. An explosive run in the second game of the preseason. He's showing off.
Let's see what Alan Eck, our referee tonight, has to say. If it stands, well, regardless, he got the first down, and that's the first third down conversion for the Seahawks since the first drive of the game. Good on you, SaRodorick Thompson. We'll find out the results of the review when we come back. Well, a heck of a run by the rookie SaRodorick Thompson. Before we stepped away, Cowboys challenging the spot. Let's see, did he step out right here? That's pretty close.
Yeah, I think he was out right there. If I had to guess, I would say he was out right there, but you can clearly see he got the first down.
And
love to see.
Way, what a block by Tyjon Lindsey.
I was just about to say that.
Flying into the Cowboys sideline.
I mean, you know, he'd like to call it a block, but, you know, as a former running back, I'd say he just got in the way, which is awesome.
Right. Well, how about the running backs? You talked about this in our open mic, Rob. So you just need to speak everything into existence. He said he wanted to see a little more from the Seahawks run game tonight. We saw a 29-yard run by Zach Charbonnet in the first half. And an explosive play that time by SaRodorick Thompson. 29 yards on that carry from number 29.
I can work with that, Kate. I can work with those explosive runs, and I really like when he got to the second level, he got even more busy. He got even more ready to do work.
Ahlers lofting it right side and just a bit too far for Tariq Young. Had him, though. Had the space, too, but just a little bit off on that pass.
Yeah, just a little bit off. Great timing by Holton Ahlers right there on the pass. Just the ball placement was a couple of yards out of bounds, a little bit too far out of bounds where he wanted to put it, but great rhythm to the pass. You see Geno smiling for his backup quarterback, understanding he's the clear-cut guy right now, but he definitely wants to see his backup do well.
Geno started the first couple of series. Holton rips this one out. Gonna run for it. Little stutter step from Ahlers. Look at the footwork from Holton.
We call that a little dead leg, Kate. You know, you pull this ball. This is a little read option right here. as he pull it. He's one-on-one with this defense. I got to slow him up a little bit, so you give him a little dead leg to get him to slow his feet down a little bit, then you get around him, and then get out of bounds. Don't take the hit.
Exactly.
Look at Gino.
See, he knew. A little stutter, a little shimmy shake, right?
Gotta love it. Gotta love it, Kate.
26 yards rushing for Ehlers tonight. 10th play of this drive for your Hawks. Ehlers to the end zone. Good defense by the Cowboys that time. John Hall was the intended receiver. D'Angelo Mandel knocking it away for Dallas.
Yeah, Holton Ehlers, he's feeling it tonight. You're going to see the running back right there in the flat. He could have had that throw easily, but he's like, my mama watching. I am throwing a touchdown again tonight. Just a little bit off with the throw. But good job by Holton Ehlers. Hopefully they can end it with some points.
Let's see, it's going to be a 36-yard field goal attempt for Jason Myers, who already hit from 57 in the first half here tonight. This one is up and through as well. So points on the board for your Seahawks. Good work by Holton Ehlers, 2014 here in the fourth. That's a long way to come for a Seahawks preseason game. Love it. Gear up for game day at the Seahawks Pro Shop. Find your Seahawks style and shop the largest collection of jerseys, caps, tees, and much more. Get it all at the Seahawks Pro Shop at Renton Landing, Lumen Field, or online right now at Seahawks.com. 11 plays, 62 yards, 4.5 minutes off the clock, and Jason Myers ending that last Seahawks drive with a 36-yard field goal to make it 20-14 with 9:38 to go in tonight's ball game.
You know what, Kate? You just read that Pro Shop promo right there, and every time you read it, my son, who's made the trip with me, he's like, Dad, can we go to the Pro Shop, please? I'm like, dude, you was in the locker room yesterday. You went shopping in the locker room.
Oh, Malik Davis running that one out, and Tyreek Smith with a nice tackle there on special teams. Let's go down to the sideline. Mike B doing double duty tonight.
He working
up
tonight.
Here and down on the sideline as well. Mike B, take it away.
Oh, wait, I'm not KJ. Let me get this mic off my hand. Hey, we got one of the greatest receivers in Seahawks history here tonight, Tyler Lockett. Tyler, what are you seeing from these rookie receivers, and what do you expect them to add to this offense?
Man, I love it. I mean, as you can see, we went out there, we ran a little crosser with Jax. He was able to make a big-time catch, got us to the one where DJ scored. But that's the biggest thing is, like, in this league, you got to be able to get open, and you got to be able to create separation. And when you talk about Jackson, you talk about Bobo, they both do it.
And I think the biggest question, the elephant in the room, is like, what are you expecting from Gino this year? After a great year, nobody knew what Gino was going to do except for you guys in the room. How's Gino adapted to that leadership role and just taking over this offense?
I mean, you know, ever since Gino won the job last year, like, you could tell that he wanted it. You could tell that he embraced it. He had a phenomenal season and won Comeback Player of the Year. But this year, man, I think he's still more hungry because he got so much to prove. He was sitting down for 4 years. So even though he got a taste of it, it's like, I want more. And so we see him out there every day grinding, had a heck of a week of practice, and every day he's just trying to establish himself.
Speaking of I want more, you're becoming more than just an athlete. You're becoming a top real estate agent. What? Why do you have so many skills?
Man, I don't know, man. I feel like God bless each and every person with just so many gifts and abilities. And so for me, it's foolish of me just to be able to wait until I'm done to be able to see how much I can really do. I think the biggest thing for me is balance and time management and just trying to be everything that I can be and that God created me to be.
Oh, man, thank you so much for coming down and talking to me. I guess we're back out there with Kate and Mike up there talking about balance. They're missing me, so they're unbalanced right now.
Let KJ know, team ball head.
Oh, stop it. That's awesome, man.
I'm going to say it, Mike Robb, as the challenge flag is out. One of, if not the most underrated wideouts in the NFL.
Absolutely. The guy can, make the contested catch. He can take.
Yeah, you saw Hunter Lipke, the running back who's in right now for the Cowboys. It looked like he was knocked down by a defender.
That's
got
what
back
he did,
up and kept
right?
going.
Yeah.
So we'll find out. Come on back. All right, so we found out the answer to the review was he was down by contact earlier in the
Yeah, he was touched right there. You see the green glove right there? That was a touch.
The action green glove.
Left side of your screen. Yep, right across the face mask right there. And then he fell, so that's a tackle. Okay.
Thank you.
No matter what it may have looked like, that was a tackle. He got touched.
Okay, here we go. 3rd and 9 for the Cowboys. Down 6 here in the 4th in Seattle. Greer stepping up. Derek Hall taking him to the turf. The rookie doing work. In a big moment here in the 4th.
Yes, that's exactly what you want out of Derek Hall. You see him right here on the left side of your screen, just using, again, that violence, being violent with his hands, with that great quickness in his first step, takes the inside move and takes Will Greer down. And look at the dance, you gotta love it. He got close last week, finally got to the quarterback this week. Great job.
And a blocked punt! Bobo trying to recover it. That might be a safety. I think that there might have been a step out of the back of the end zone. Rico Dowdle trying to bring it out for the Cowboys, but Tyreek Smith getting a big paw on it. Bobo providing the pressure. John Hall was there as well. What a play by the Seahawks special teamers. All right, I beg your pardon, it was Hall getting to it.
Oh, did you see that up and under? He reminded me of Ed Reed. Ed Reed used to block punts that way. It's 3 steps.
Oh, yeah, he's out. There was definitely some steps out of the back of the end zone there.
Wow, just a 1, 2, 3 up and under by John Hall right there. That is textbook of how you block a kick. Picking on the right wing for the Dallas Cowboys. And that's what you like to see. That is making a difference on special teams. Yes, he's battling to be one of the wide receivers on this team. You want to talk about, watch this up and just under right there to the kicking leg of the punter. Look at that. The wing already knew it would be blocked the minute he got beat. Just a little up and under right there. That is awesome. Textbook of how you block a punt in the National Football League.
25-year-old rookie out of Division II Northwood in Michigan. Well, you know better than anybody that this is one of the places in the NFL where if you show out, if you play well on special teams,
yes,
amazing things, Doug Baldwin, can happen.
Absolutely. Special teams. That's where I made my bones in the National Football League. It's the more you can do.
May not have a spot for you in the receiving room at the start of your career. Like this guy, he's another example. Tyjon Lindsey returning that punt, but John Hall, man, what a play blocking that punt. Can't say it enough, just textbook from the rookie.
It was textbook, and again, you want to perform at a level on special teams that the special team coach, when he goes into the staff room and they're making cuts, you want that guy to stand on the table for you. You want that guy, and when I was here, I had a guy, Brian Schneider, who was the special teams coach. I think he's in San Francisco right now, but you want to put so much on tape that that guy's going to get in that meeting and fight for you. You see John Hall getting a block kick. That's the plays that are going to have to be made that's going to force special team coaches to stand on the table for him.
Hall back out there on offense now for the Seahawks. Under 8 minutes to go in tonight's contest. Seahawks getting the 2 points courtesy of that safety. So 22-14 now. So Roderick Thompson in at running back after Zach Charbonnet started tonight's ball game for your Seahawks and looked very good. No Kenneth Walker III, no Kenny McIntosh tonight. No Bryant Koback, unfortunately, who is another guy fighting for a spot in the running back room for the Seahawks. Was their leading rusher last week, but then picked up a knock in practice this week. So he's out right now with a slight sprain of the knee. Ehlers and almost connects with Tyjon Lindsey. Thought there was a miscommunication, thought he was looking for Hall, but a beautiful route run by Lindsey, just couldn't hang on.
It was a beautiful route. Now, Kate, you were talking about the running back room and what's going on there as we look at this play from Lindsey right here. Just a little corner route. And you see Holton trying to keep him away from the defender. Actually, great ball placement, but just a good play by the defender. But as you were talking about the running back room, Kenny McIntosh is a guy that intrigues me, right? We haven't seen a lot of him. He's been injured. But talking to the offensive staff, he ran the ball a lot better than what the talent evaluators thought he would coming.
Speaking of running the
Georgia.
football, Ahlers all the way into Cowboys territory. Holton Tebow Ahlers doing it again for your Hawks.
And he got up talking a little trash too. I like that. He's like, come on, let's run this thing. As you see this little bit of a quarterback draw, which actually it wasn't a quarterback draw. I think this just was a regular pass play. And Holton said, I'm going to get out of here. And what I love about it, look at that slide, Kate.
Gino wasn't happy with him after last week.
He was
said,
not.
Big boy, you're in the NFL now. You got to learn to slide. This isn't college football anymore. Gain of 17 on that run by Holton Ahlers. And we got flags.
Right tackle. Yeah, Jalen McKenzie right there just started a little faster than he wanted to. Sitting in the stands. Sometimes, Kate, when you're 330 pounds, you're sitting in that 2-point stance, your thighs get to burning, and you're just like, you know what, I got to go. Somebody say hike. I think he got a little.
My knees hurt just thinking about that.
I know, right? Exactly.
43 yards rushing and counting so far for Holton Ahlers, third-string quarterback for the Hawks. Lindsey on the sweep, spins out of one tackle, steps out of another, and no place to go. So Lindsey will just give himself up. Unfortunately, he lost the football.
They're calling him down.
Okay.
Yeah, he got lucky on that one. I would assume he was down on that one. His forward progress had already started. Yeah, he's down right there.
Pretty close, though. Good
It's
work
close.
by Devin Harper to try to rip that one out for the Cowboys.
It is close.
I'll
Very
take it, though.
close. I'll take it. He's down.
We've
Come on,
had
Kate.
we've had enough challenges in this preseason game. I know we've been getting some notes from people saying when did that become allowable in the preseason?
Exactly.
Seahawks go empty. Ahlers over the middle, connecting with Griffin Abear, one of the tight ends trying to make this Seahawks roster. Had a great special teams play on a muffed punt last week that all of us agreed should have counted, but unfortunately you can't advance a muffed punt.
Cannot.
Only a fumbled punt, which again gets me back to what I've said a few times now. There's just too many rules in football.
Well, it is a lot of rules.
You guys just have too many rules.
It is a lot of rules in football, but you know, basketball has some drama, Kate. You know, with your
I have no idea what you're talking about.
76ers over
look at this big third down for your Seahawks right now, Mike Robb.
James Harden. Excuse
5
me.
minutes to go tonight here in Seattle. Never a dull moment in Philly, I'll tell you that much.
Good.
Ahlers,
Good
Lindsey,
play.
first down for your Seahawks. What a play. Ahlers buying some time. Lindsey finding some space. Gain of 12 and a Seahawks first down.
Holton Ahlers, you know what? He's just a baller. I mean, he's just a baller.
So
He's just
fun to
out
watch.
here making plays. You know, if I was coaching quarterbacks, I'd say, no, don't throw that pass because you're throwing against the grain. And after you complete it, I'd be excited again. But he's just out here making plays. You just saw a call pass play. He decided, you know, the middle of the field is going to open up. I'm going to run. Has 43 yards running the football. You got to like what you're seeing from a Holton Ahlers.
Loving what we're seeing. Just over 4 minutes to play. Ahlers the handoff. Thompson, some jukes. Did not fool Jabril Cox, though. Good work by the Cowboys linebacker, and Thompson saying, yeah, somebody give me a little bit of a breather. I've been doing a lot of work here in this fourth quarter.
That's how it goes.
Back out there, still out there.
Yeah, that's when you're trying to tap your helmet to go out because you're tired, and the running back coach says, no,
stay
you got it, stay. Or in my case, I would look, and there wasn't another fullback. So it's like, if it's base, I'm out there. Right?
Talon Papa also in at running back. Thompson at 9 carries, 43 yards already tonight. 2nd and 7 to go. They go right back to him. Thompson spins his way towards the 25-yard line. So even if he is a little bit tired, still putting up numbers for Seattle tonight.
Now you look at this sound like, come on now. I know somebody's coming for me. Maybe not, I'll stay. But this kid has done a great job all through camp when he's gotten his opportunities, being a disciplined zone runner. That's one thing when I'm looking at backs, right? Especially young backs. Are you getting to your spot, right? We call it spot running in the running back backfield, right? You get the football on outside zone, you get to the ghost, the butt of the ghost tight end, and you make a decision, and you make it with some speed, you make it with some confidence, and you're seeing that from SaRodorick Thompson on this drive.
Irving, Texas native, again played his collegiate ball down at Texas Tech, so no doubt is enjoying going against the Dallas Cowboys tonight as he tries to make this Seahawks final 53.
Absolutely. See, he's getting his little bit of a break right there. Chad Morton called him over like, come on, get some water balls.
I'm tired for him, but you were talking about it earlier. Kenneth Walker III, obviously, all rookie, led rookies in rushing yards and touchdowns. He's a lock. You expect Zach Charbonnet,
absolutely,
top running back drafted this year for the Seahawks, to be a lock. DJ Dallas.
You expect him to be a lock. I mean, his special teams, his ability to play fullback, tailback, in any situation, you expect him to be there. Kenny McIntosh, as I started to get into earlier, he's the one that's a little bit interesting. We haven't seen a lot of him during this training camp because he's been a little bit banged up, but he's a better ball carrier than people thought coming out of Georgia. And from what I hear, from what I've heard from the offensive coaches here in Seattle, he's probably the best blocking young running back in the National Football League when you talk about pass pro. So
Ayers airs it out. Incomplete. Was unable to keep that one in bounds. But yeah, Kenny McIntosh, a 7th-round pick out of Georgia, who's like Zach Charbonnet, a rookie trying to make the running back room here in Seattle.
Definitely trying to make the team. And again, it's what can you do, right? Can you affect this team on special teams? You look at, Kenneth Walker III and Zach Charbonnet, they probably won't play special teams. So if you're in the running back room and you're not those two guys, how can you affect this team in a positive way other than the running back position?
Let's see if Jason Myers can be 3 for 3 on field goals tonight. Put this one to bed in the process. Unable to do so, broadcaster's jinx.
There it is.
My bad, Jason. My bad. From 43 yards away. Already hit tonight from 57 in the first half. We know that he's got a great leg, so can't make them all, right?
Well, I mean, as a kicker, you want to make them all.
You want to, but you can't. I mean, he was 34 for 37 last year.
That's true.
Tying a franchise record with those career-high 34 made field goals. So we talk about the running backs as the Seahawks defense comes back out here. Gives us an opportunity to talk about that plethora of defensive backs that we were talking about earlier. Big interceptions tonight for Trey Brown, but so many guys who were so versatile, who were moving around, guys who were drafted as a corner, playing nickel, playing safety, guys who played safety last year. Just so many guys. What are your thoughts on the secondary as Greer connects for the Cowboys? Jalen Cropper on the reception for Dallas.
Yeah, it looks like they're going to get a little tempo here, a little hurry-up offense for Dallas, but it's a good problem to have. You got a lot of great defensive backs here in the secondary for the Seattle Seahawks. First-round pick Devin Witherspoon is a guy that you would like, got a little flag right there, that you would have liked to have getting some time here in the preseason. So I know he's battling a hamstring injury, and he's slated to be the starting nickel back, right? And you look at the first game of the season, it's Cooper Kupp. He's the guy that plays in the nickel with Matthew Stafford. You just don't want that to be the kid's first opportunity to be on a pro football field.
Yeah, that'd be a lot.
That'd be a lot. And so I'd hope he get healthy enough to get in the game next week.
See what the call is here. The crowd disagreeing with that, and we're disagreeing as well because there's not a 35 in the secondary. But Lance Boykin did have the pass breakup. Maybe he was talking about number 36 or number 39.
Yeah, maybe. I mean,
it's okay.
Sometimes the refs forget their glasses too.
I'm just going to say no penalty on the Seahawks. Quick pass to the left side. Tyron Johnson is the receiver who Will Greer found. All right, 2-minute warning here in Seattle. Stay tuned for a Seahawks profile featuring Draymond Jones, brought to you by the Muckleshoot Indian Tribe.
KJ Wright, a couple minutes left in this thing. Did you see what you wanted to see in the second half? Because there was a lot of everything.
Absolutely, and the Seahawks are playing on a new level right now. These guys had a big turnover down there in the red zone, a block punt to get a safety. These guys are playing with tons of energy, tons of effort, tons of enthusiasm, and these fans are enjoying this show tonight.
Yeah, these young guys in here, the Lindsays, the Halls, all trying to make a name for themselves, and they're doing a pretty good job in this game, and we're going to have a lot more for you coming up in the post-game show following the game. Back up to you.
All right, guys, looking forward to that. And as they just mentioned, it's been an exciting second half.
Yes, it is. Oh, yes, it has been. I'm sorry.
It can be both. It can still be exciting. 2 minutes to go.
Got 2 minutes left.
See, DK saying, yeah, it's been exciting. It's been a little bit long, but it's been exciting as well. Quandre Diggs did not see either of those guys tonight, but hey, they're veterans.
Yeah, you don't need to see them. They good. Diggs has been in the league for a number of years. DK Metcalf, one of the big physical specimens that our game has. And if you come out to training camp practice, you can see these guys get a lot of reps. They go after each other.
Going at it.
I'm okay with not seeing him tonight.
Me too. All right, 2nd and 5 to go for Will Grier and the Cowboys. Trying to make things interesting here at the end of this one. Delayed handoff to Hunter Lipke, the rookie out of North Dakota State. And that's going to bring up 3rd and short for Dallas. Going quick, no huddle. Clock still running here at Lumen Fields.
Checking the back end, got Kobe Bryant as the deep safety.
Will Grier had his guy on the slant, and Johnson couldn't hang on. 4th down coming up.
You got to put a better throw, got to put it on him. Don't make the throw, or don't make it such a hard or a tough catch for the receiver. I know Will Grier wishes he had that pass back. 4th down. What is it, 4 to go?
Yeah, they're going for it.
Let's see what play Mike McCarthy comes up with here. I would expect some crossing routes where a guy can get the ball running.
25 is the line to gain, and a timeout by Seattle.
You got to understand, Coach Carroll, he's a defensive back guy, right? So he wants to make sure that his guys have the calls. Maybe he may have saw something that he didn't like in the way that the offense came out to line up. So he's always competing. Call his timeout. Okay, let's talk about it and make sure we're lined up to be the best version of ourselves.
Well, and this has been, there's been plenty of mistakes from both teams, but this has been a pretty competitive, fun preseason game. You don't see these that often.
No, you don't see it this often, but these are two well-coached teams, right? Mike McCarthy has his team, this Dallas Cowboys team, coached up, ready to go. That team is filled with veterans. You talk about Will Grier. He's had some time in the National Football League, and he's getting some time here. And obviously Pete Carroll, John Schneider, and everybody here at the Seattle Seahawks. Everybody's going to know what they're doing.
Crowd knows what's on the line here, too. 12s know, 4th and 3. Grier pumps, pulls it down, scrambling. And he gets taken down by a kettle of Hawks. An exclamation point on a fantastic night for Seattle. Tyreek Smith, the guy to take him to the turf.
What a play, great hustle. Way to stay after it by Tyreek Smith. He's up at the top, does a little tackle in game with Miles Adams, and then here's the finish, right? Here's the finish. Once he had the quarterback in his sights, he locked in, got his hands on Will Grier, and you're not getting away from that kid right there. Look at the reaction from the sideline. This is the culture that Pete Carroll always talks about, right? Just being excited, having the juice, being excited for your teammates.
Jordan Ferguson was there on the tackle as well. Levi Bell.
Great job, Sir Roderick.
Tracking things down, too. And you're saying great job because he slid down inbounds, and he's just a rookie, Mike Robb.
Yes, sir. He understands exactly what to do. Bounce that ball to the outside, understands I do not want this clock to stop. I don't want these big guys getting in this three-point stands much longer, so let me get down. Just a heads-up play, and understood that these guys are well coached.
11 carries, 50 yards rushing tonight for Sir Roderick Thompson. Didn't see Bobby Wagner, but so good to see him back here in Seahawks colors. As you mentioned, his former team for a year, Los Angeles Rams, the Week 1 opponent for the Seahawks this season.
Week 1 opponent. This is my favorite formation in all of football. Victory formation. Yes.
And the 12's letting them hear it because the Seahawks are going to be 2-0 in the 2023 preseason. What a game tonight for the home team, knocking off the visiting Dallas Cowboys by a final score of 22-14.
Yeah, and they played with a lot of energy. They got after it. Obviously, the game started a little bit slow, but they finished it with great energy and juice. Guys making plays. The young guys showed up. You got the run game that showed up. Zach Charbonnet and all the young backs showed up and showed out. What a time it is to be alive. You're a Seattle Seahawks fan right now. 2-0.
Not bad, right? That guy with a big interception tonight. Trey Brown chatting with Jen on the radio broadcast of the Seattle Seahawks preseason games.
Huge interception.
I mean, the Cowboys, let's flash back to that. It was 17-14. The Seahawks were clinging to a 3-point lead. Will Grier had done a great job driving Dallas all the way down the field, and Trey Brown picks him off at the goal line, runs it out to the 20, and that was the turning point in the ballgame.
That definitely was a turning point in the game, and that's what this team and this organization has been about since Pete Carroll's been here, right? We've had, tough, hard-nosed defenses, but if you do bend a little bit, obviously you don't break when you get in the red zone and you take the ball away from opposing offenses. It's a great job by Trey Brown, who's battling for a starting job. You still have Tyreek Woolen, who's coming back. And so it's just a lot of defensive backs, a lot of tough decisions that are going to have to be made by Pete Carroll, John Schneider, and company.
Had a little bit of everything. Had that interception at the goal line. Had John Hall blocking the punch.
That was awesome. I like that.
Forcing a safety on the other end of things. And we had this guy who had another great night here in Seattle, Boye Mafe. Boye, can you hear us okay, my man?
Yeah, I can hear you guys.
Oh, my goodness. That did not feel like a preseason game.
No,
that felt
didn't.
did it feel like a regular season game to you, too?
I mean, it's definitely one of those situations we prepare and treat every game like it's the next biggest thing. So definitely in that mindset.
Boye, dude, I said, what did you put in your Wheaties this morning, man? You were all over the place. Just what was going through your mind to have you start the game so fired up with so much juice?
For me, like I said earlier, going into the season, we got to treat every game that we go into, getting ready for the long haul of the season. So, having that preparation, treating it like the same, having that same mindset of everything, and using that to just run forward with it.
Well, we're watching some of your highlights from tonight's game. That's why you're hearing the music bed, as we call it in the TV biz now, in your headset. But boy, talk about some of the things that you worked on in the offseason. What was your focus in the offseason? Because you obviously had a great year last year, 41 tackles, 3 sacks, started 3 games, 17 games played. So what was your focus this offseason that you wanted to improve upon coming into this year?
For me, the biggest thing, honestly, going into this offseason was, upping my pass rush and honestly understanding my body, studying different things like yoga, and on top of that, a lot of film study. I felt like last year I was playing a little bit frantic, but, coming into this year, I sat with the coaches, we talked about a plan, what do I need to study, what type of tape I need to look at, and understand how the game flows, understand situations, understand what's going on during the game. So, looking at different situations, tendencies, and what to look for helped me out a lot. Slow the game down for myself, especially going into this year. I've noticed it a lot on the field.
Man, awesome, man. Last one for me, Boye. Man, just how dominant can this defense be this season?
I've noticed that we have so much talent on this team. It's almost even hard enough to get all of us on the field at the same time. So I feel I'm really excited about this team. I'm excited about this defense. I'm excited about what we got. A lot of the people on this team, I feel like we have a lot of ball players. We have so much depth and so many people at a lot of positions that can play.
Boye Mafe, great work again tonight, man.
Thank
Congratulations
you.
on a second straight win.
Thank you, appreciate it.
Man, the future sure looks bright for the Seahawks defense,
Yes, it does,
doesn't it?
man.
What a night for the Seahawks. And the 12's loving it once again. Well, for Michael Robinson and Michael Bennett and all of us here at King 5 in Seattle, thanks for watching the game broadcast. Post-game is coming up in just a couple of minutes, so be sure to stick around. So I'm Kate Scott. Thanks for watching, everybody. Week 3 in Lambeau.